High School Sports Live, in partnership with ABC 27 News, is proud to present the Cedar Cliff Colts and home team Hershey Trojans. This broadcast is brought to you by our premier sponsor, the Pennsylvania Housing Finance Agency. And tonight, and all season long, we want to pay special tribute to Greg Mace, who passed away recently and was not only a legend in South Central Pennsylvania for his sports journalism and broadcasting. High School Sports Live owes its very existence to Greg Mace. He was instrumental in partnering with Charlie Fortney to help High School Sports Live get put on live TV. So we honor Greg Mace today because every young player that has received recognition and exposure on these broadcasts, and every young player that will receive exposure in the future, will do so because of his love and passion for making this happen. To the Mace family, we send our condolences and vow as a program to honor Greg and all he did to help high school sports play live on TV. Good evening, everyone. I'm Gary Sutton, and alongside of me, the coaches today, Jeff Thompson and also Todd McCall. And you're getting a little extra bonus coverage here tonight as we have the end of the JV game here for boys, about 2:58 to go in that. But we're going to be talking about the girls tonight, and obviously Cedar Cliff here for a doubleheader night, girl-boy doubleheader, up against homestanding Hershey. And Jeff, let's go to you first. You know, it's early season, 1-1 for Cedar Cliff so far. And yet they're 1-0 in the league. They had a really good win the other night. But this is a team that is a young team, and yet a team at the same time that's trying to find themselves here in the opening going. And one of the people that they're going to be looking to tonight is Natalie Ubel, who is really one that will make them go out there. She's kind of a work force kind of player, blue-collar kind of player. Let's talk a little bit about Cedar Cliff. What are you seeing from them right now?
Well, not only Natalie, Julia Hoffman, that would be Julie Hoffman, number 34. Julia Hoffman is a very athletic and defensive player. She's averaging 9.7 points per game, but she usually draws the toughest defensive assignment. So they're looking for her. And also number 55, Kira Gorham. She's their post presence. She's also the only senior on their roster, so that'll be interesting to see her too. They have a very balanced team, and Scott Wyant played for Pat Dieter at Boiling Springs. Scott's a veteran coach, but he played under Pat, so he knows what he's doing.
Now they're a pretty big team too. When you look down the lineup, 5'10", 5'9", 5'9", 5'8", 5'8". So the smallest person on the floor is a nice size for girls for 5'8". So you're looking at a well-balanced team tonight. So we suspect we may see some pretty good play on the inside around the blocks.
I think that's what we should all be looking for tonight. Who can rebound? They have 5 girls that play that are 5'8" and over that start. And they'll face a Hershey team that's just as tall.
Now you look at this team tonight for Scott Wine. He loves to play full court. He loves to play man-to-man. He's going to try to pick up this game, make it a little bit more giddy up. Offensively, he does a lot of dribble drive. You're going to see a lot of pick and roll, trying to use those big people, get some switches, and maybe get people caught up on some of those screens. So we're going to see a lot of that kind of stuff tonight. A lot of physical play there, I suspect.
It will be very physical. And like I said before, Scott studied under Pat Dieter and played under Pat, so it'll be very fundamentally sound, as you suggested.
Now, when you look at the keys to the game tonight for this club, for Cedar Cliff, again, it's early season. Throw the stats out. Everybody's trying to establish an identity. But when you talk about them, you're talking about controlling the boards and really turning the other team over with a lot of that good full-court press.
Well, pressure and, as Coach Wyans said to me, rebounding and rebounding.
Now, on the other side, Todd McCall, we're looking at a team 0-1, but 2-1 right now. Overall, 0-1 in the league. That's Cedar Cliff, and that's Hershey rather. And Ron Moore comes in here with a team that is young, but they're hungry. And I think that's one of the things you look at right now. Zoe Carlson, a young lady who leads this team, an outside shooter. And the outside shooting has not been exactly what they've wanted so far, but they're hoping getting back here on home territory tonight it might work.
Right, exactly. They're balanced because of Calder and Carlson. Calder at 14, wearing the 14 number tonight. She has 12 points per game, and then you got Zoe Carlson, 11 points per game. What I like about Zoe Carlson's game, Zoe is aggressive. I saw a few clips that I liked. One of the things is she can take people off the dribble. Now, we can talk about all we want, height and different advantages, but when you have a scrappy player on the floor that can get to the basket 5 foot away, the advantage there, as all we know coaching-wise, we want to score high percentage shots. And how do you do it? If you got a girl who can get by people, that might make a difference tonight. They've got to keep 24 in front of them. And Calder, she came off her sophomore year with 43 points shots. And then she was out, come back. So I believe she can hit that long ball, and that's going to be very effective. I do want to say one thing, Gary, though. Here's the thing that when we talked to both coaches, especially Coach Moore, Coach Moore said, hey, man, we haven't won here, right, Gary, since January of 2014.
Exactly. 0-10.
0-10 since then. So, and then Cedar Cliff with that long state run last year, they lose a lot of players. This might be at home Hershey's chance to maybe say, hey, let's get back off this schneid and get a victory tonight.
You look at this team again, good size. Look down the lineup, 5'10", 6 feet,
right.
5'8". Olivia Bratton's going to feel lonely tonight. She's the only one out there under 5'8". She's 5'6", and she started out there. She's a senior. This is a little bit different kind of team and a little bit more senior-laden, but not much. There's only 3 seniors on the floor tonight. So you're looking at a team here that now they're going to want to play a little bit more half-court, although they will run off misses a lot of times. You're going to see them play a high-low motion quite a bit. And you're also going to see them play straight man-to-man, although they do go 2-3 on the inbounds underneath.
Well, the more I heard Coach Moore talking, and as you were talking to him here in pregame, the one thing that I kind of picked up on was, you know, we might have to look at some different things. We're going to go zone underneath our basket on every out-of-bounds play. That's going to slow the game up a little bit. And I do believe this real quickly. I believe he will change it up. I would not be surprised if you see Cedar Cliff get on any kind of runs, Coach Moore switching something up from a 2-3 back to man, maybe see a 1-3-1. But remember, when it's early, you don't want too much in yet. You don't have it in. You don't have it in the scope of things.
Finally, you know, the keys to this one tonight, Coach Moore very honest says, we're not a finesse team. He said, we're not even a real good shooting team right now, but people come here, they know they're going to have to grind with us. And that's what they're known for. Grind it out, and they want to get more of a game in the half court. I think they're looking more in the 40s, maybe the 30s. On the other side, Cedar Cliff not afraid to up it a little bit, maybe the 50s. So it looks like if you keep it in the 40s, it may go the way of Hershey if you keep it in the 50s, maybe Cedar Cliff. We'll see how it all plays out tonight here on High School Sports Live TV on ABC 27.3. Back after this.
These past few years have been tough on all of us. You worry about the economy, your job, your savings. You may even have given up on your dream of owning your own home. But don't give up just yet. We're PHFA. We help people realize their dreams of owning their own home with features like competitive interest rates, down payment and closing cost assistance, and even free home ownership counseling. PHFA can make your dream of home ownership finally come true. Find us on the web or call us to find out how.
I'm Brian Hudson, and we're PHFA. Welcome home.
It may be the holidays, but it's also the year-end clearance sale at Hoffman Ford. Huge clearance sale pricing on all new 2019s. Up to $16,500 off MSRP on a new 2019 Ford F-150 XLT. Or lease a new 2019 Ford F-150 from $199 a month. Huge year-end clearance savings.
Hoffman has it.
Hoffman Ford, just what you're looking for. Hoffman has it.
Here's the deal. Toddlers are expensive.
Strawberries.
Especially ones with opinions. Today, she loves strawberries. Tomorrow, it's apples. But at Giant, I can get everything from strawberries to apples to,
Kiwi.
To kiwi, without taking a bite out of my budget. Where'd you learn kiwi?
Everything you need at prices you'll love. That's a combination you'll only find at Giant.
Save big on sweet blueberries or blackberries. This week, buy one, get one free.
This is an education that focuses on your child's unique interests. It's taking field trips and making friendships. And it's what a modern-day public K-12 education looks like. This is Commonwealth Charter Academy, and this is how schools should work. CCA is an online public school available at no cost to all Pennsylvania families. Learn how Commonwealth Charter Academy can work for your family at ccaeducate.me.
Groff Tractor is your full-line equipment dealer representing Case Construction and many other leading brands, serving the total sales, rentals, parts, and service needs of its customers. Groff Tractor paves the way for your project from start to finish. With 6 locations, Groff Tractor is always nearby your equipment needs. Groff Tractor also offers scheduled maintenance along with 24/7 emergency service. Groff Tractor is your #1 source for everything under construction.
I got the phone call that every parent dreads. Our beautiful 19-year-old daughter Peyton had died. Sudden cardiac arrest had ended her precious young life. This #1 killer of student athletes and leading cause of death on school campuses attacked our family. Many heart conditions that can lead to sudden cardiac arrest aren't found during routine physicals. That's why the Peyton Walker Foundation provides free heart screenings for teens. Help prevent sudden cardiac arrest in your family. Visit PeytonWalker.org.
Erie Insurance says here's to the grown-ups who move, mortgage, mow, and still bust a move. But does your home insurance still fit? Erie helps you protect the home you've grown into, all at fair prices that are often less than the other guys. So how do you find the right coverage? Magic. Nope. Local independent agents who get to know you like this.
Your local Erie agent is Capital Region Insurance Agency, 717-731-1142.
Erie Insurance.
Under a new state law, all electronics must be recycled.
Welcome to the Dauphin County Recycling Center, where recycling is quick, easy, and free.
You may recycle appliances or even cell phones.
We're open 6 days a week, and recycling is as easy as 1, 2, 3.
Contact our helpful staff at the Recycling Center or visit our website for more information.
Help us protect our planet, because tomorrow does matter.
Do you want to answer that?
Nah, I'd never with a kid in the car.
It's okay. I'm not here. I'm there.
The Jack Giambalvo family of dealerships. 9 great franchises in 3 locations. Buick GMC, Hyundai, Mazda, Cedar, Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, Ram. And introducing the all-new Genesis of York. The Giambalvo family of dealerships. Over $25 million in new and pre-owned inventory. With unbeatable service after the sale, too. There's a reason the Giambalvo family has been a part of your community for decades. Find out why. The Jack Giambalvo family of dealerships. 3 great locations. Online at Giambalvo.com.
These past few years have been tough on all of us. You worry about the economy.
And welcome back to Hershey High School, where tonight it's Cedar Cliff against Hershey. The Colts invade with the Spartans. I'm Gary Sutton. Alongside of me, the coaches, Jeff Thompson and Todd McCall. And, we talk about the players that we're highlighting here tonight. Let's take a look, first of all, at Cedar Cliff. We got 2 players here that we're going to look at in just a moment, and we'll talk about that. But, guys, we've all had teams here in the early part of the season. In the second full week right now, coaches are always impatient. Players need to be treated with a little bit more patience. So what are you looking to do right now? What are the goals you're trying to set here, only in the 3rd game or the 4th game of the season right now, Todd?
Well, first of all, limiting turnovers early in the game, you know that. Also, deepening your bench. It's too early to really find out who really your top 8 are. This is by game 3, game 4. You start to say, okay, I think I can go 8 deep, and you find those role players. I think that's one of the things you look for. Also, staying in a game early, letting the kids believe they can win a game.
How about you, Jeff?
Well, you don't have all your stuff in yet, so you have to keep it basic, and I think you've got to look to play really solid man-to-man defense, probably, to start.
And you also want to see if all the fundamentals are in place, you're rebounding, you're boxing out, you're doing some of that. One of the things that you always do also at this time of year is you're starting to look for who are the leaders. You're finding it out in practice, but who are the game leaders? Who are the people that are showing up consistently in the game as well?
I always said you name captains beginning of the year. Generally, good chances are those are people are going to be leaders, but you'll be surprised if somebody silently comes in there by game 3 or 4 and like, wait a minute, that's our team leader, And I think those begin to happen. Gary, you really said it pretty well. I think tonight this is a keystone matchup. Leaders will emerge. Real leaders will emerge tonight.
Well, and especially with some of the young kids on the floor, you're really looking at, how are they going to step out? Especially for Hershey. They got a lot of young kids. Cedar Cliff lost the whole state contingent last year, so they're looking right now to meld a new group. And so, you're really looking right now at who's going to step up here and what kind of chemistry, and that's an overused word, I know, but what kind of chemistry are we going to have here? Who are we going to be moving forward?
Well, I think Julia Gorham, she's the only senior on Cedar Cliff, so you have to start there, but it's got to come from some of the underclassmen.
Let's take a look a little bit at some of the players here we're going to be highlighting tonight. First of all, for Cedar Cliff, we're looking at Hoffman, who's one of the big people out there that we're going to be kind of getting out tonight, and she's from Cedar Cliff. She wears number 34. She's a junior. She's 5'9", and she's got a smile on her face, maybe a song in her heart too, but she's ready to go. She's going to be one of those big girls on the inside. She is the one-letter winner back from last year. And then you move on up the line, and you talk about big. How about Kira Gorham at number 55, who stands 5'10". She's a senior, and she can move things around underneath the basket there.
Yeah, they're going to count on her to get the boards. Kira Gorham and Julia Hoffman, very athletic. She's going to guard that player on the other team that's doing the scoring.
So we head over to the other side, and we take a look at Hershey, and we start to talk a little bit about some of their young people. They got a junior and a sophomore we're highlighting here tonight. And the first one up would be number 14, Anna Coulter. Anna Coulter is a 5'10" sophomore, Todd, and she can get it done.
Well, she certainly can. She can shoot inside, outside. She's a nice player. She had 43-point shots last year. They're looking for that to be even increased by 10, 12 more for them to be effective. She's going to have to knock some big balls down early this year.
And then you look at Zoe Carlson, number 24, 5'8", a junior, an outside shooter who can bury it.
Well, she can, and more importantly, one of the biggest things, her best part of the game is what you're going to see is getting to the basket. Very aggressively pushing to the basket. She's also a big-time scrapper, and I think that's going to come in handy because she can score 5 foot away.
One of the people we've kept on missing in action so far, and she's been anything but missing, is Ryan Karcher for Cedar Cliff, Jeff. I mean, this girl's averaging 12 points a game. She's getting it done so far, and Ryan Karcher stands 5'9". She's a sophomore. Knows her way around the post, can knock down the medium range jump shot. She's a good one.
Well, Ryan's a sophomore also, and she's 5'9" tall. So they've got a lot of young kids trying to work into a very good team lineup.
Let's take a look at our starters first of all, and our key players tonight. Advanced Hoops, the sponsor. You look up there, you've got Ileana Hosey at the guard. You've also got Natalie Ubel, Ryan Karcher, we just talked about her, Julia Hoffman, and Kira Gorham for Cedar Cliff for the Colts. On the other side, our OSS Health key players of the game, and our starters are Olivia Bratton wearing number 2, Claudia Zugay, number 22, Zoe Carlson, 24. We talked about her, the outside shooter. Then you got Amelia Rogers, 33, the 6-foot inside player, and Anna Coulter, 14, another inside player at 5'10". And those are your starting lineups for tonight. So we are just about ready to get this one underway, about 4.5 minutes out. We'll take a break. We'll be right back. This is High School Sports Live TV on ABC 27.3.
Past few years have been tough on all of us. You worry about the economy, your job, your savings. You may even have given up on your dream of owning your own home. But don't give up just yet. We're PHFA. We help people realize their dreams of owning their own home with features like competitive interest rates, down payment and closing cost assistance, and even free home ownership counseling. PHFA can make your dream of home ownership finally come true. Find us on the web or call us to find out how.
I'm Brian Hudson, and we're PHFA. Welcome home.
It may be the holidays, but it's also the year-end clearance sale at Hoffman Ford. Huge clearance sale pricing on all new 2019s. Up to $16,500 off MSRP on a new 2019 Ford F-150 XLT. Or lease a new 2019 Ford F-150 from $199 a month. Huge year-end clearance savings.
Hoffman has it.
Hoffman Ford, just what you're looking for. Hoffman has it.
We'll talk about it. Hi, Mrs. Torres. Hey, Stephanie. Actually, you know what? Let me get those.
Introducing Giant Direct.
Thank you.
Everything you need, handpicked and fresh, direct from us to you. Try it free and save $20 on orders of $75 or more. Enter bananas at checkout.
This is an education that focuses on your child's unique interests. It's taking field trips and making friendships. And it's what a modern-day public K-12 education looks like. This is Commonwealth Charter Academy, and this is how school should work. CCA is an online public school available at no cost to all Pennsylvania families. Learn how Commonwealth Charter Academy can work for your family at ccaeducate.me.
Groff Tractor is your full-line equipment dealer representing Case Construction and many other leading brands, serving the total sales, rentals, parts, and service needs of its customers. Groff Tractor paves the way for your project from start to finish. With 6 locations, Groff Tractor is always nearby your equipment needs. Groff Tractor also offers scheduled maintenance along with 24/7 emergency service. Groff Tractor is your #1 source for everything under construction.
I got the phone call that every parent dreads. Our beautiful 19-year-old daughter Peyton had died. Sudden cardiac arrest had ended her precious young life. This #1 killer of student athletes and leading cause of death on school campuses attacked our family. Many heart conditions that can lead to sudden cardiac arrest aren't found during routine physicals. That's why the Peyton Walker Foundation provides free heart screenings for teens. Help prevent sudden cardiac arrest in your family. Visit PeytonWalker.org.
Erie Insurance says here's to the grown-ups who move, mortgage, mow, and still bust a move. But does your home insurance still fit? Erie helps you protect the home you've grown into, all at fair prices that are often less than the other guys. So how do you find the right coverage? Magic. Nope. Local independent agents who get to know you like this.
Your local Erie agent is Capital Region Insurance Agency, 717-731-1142.
Erie Insurance.
Under a new state law, all electronics must be recycled.
Welcome to the Dauphin County Recycling Center, where recycling is quick, easy, and free.
You may recycle appliances or even cell phones.
We're open 6 days a week, and recycling is as easy as 1, 2, 3.
Contact our helpful staff at the Recycling Center or visit our website for more information.
Help us protect our planet, because tomorrow does matter.
Do you want to answer that?
Nah, I'd never with a kid in the car.
It's okay. I'm not here. I'm there.
The Jack Giambalvo family of dealerships. 9 great franchises in 3 locations. Buick GMC, Hyundai, Mazda, Cedar, Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, Ram. And introducing the all-new Genesis of York. The Giambalvo family of dealerships. Over $25 million in new and pre-owned inventory. With unbeatable service after the sale, too. There's a reason the Giambalvo family has been a part of your community for decades. Find out why. The Jack Giambalvo family of dealerships. 3 great locations. Online at giambalvo.com. The Jack Giambalvo family of dealerships.
It's opening night for High School Sports Live TV here on ABC 27.3. I'm Gary Sutton. Alongside of me, Todd McCall. Roaming the sidelines tonight will be the coach, Jeff Thompson. And we're looking forward to the girls' opener here in just a moment. As your officials tonight, Jenny Shedleski, Christine Young, Ron Emmerich. And we are ready right now for our national anthem.
Stripes and bright stars.
Welcome back to Hershey High School here. It's the first of two tonight. There you see Ron Moore and his Hershey team getting all ready here. And we're going to tell you about the purple later on and why that's being worn. It's a very special reason here. Ron Moore in his 6th year as a head coach here tried to build this program. A lot of young players. On the other side, a wily veteran, Scott Wyatt with his Cedar Cliff Colts. And they come in here tonight 1-1, 1-0 in the league. Both these teams looking tonight to establish themselves here early in the season. Todd McCall with me. Jeff Thompson is on the baseline and sidelines, and we are just about ready to get this underway. And here we go, our opening night of the season, second week of high school basketball, and they're ready to jump it up.
You know, I just can't believe we're underway already. We're just leaving football season and high school sports live. Now we're at basketball season. And Gary, I got to say, I didn't get the name of the young lady that sang the national anthem, but I absolutely got chills. Did she not do an absolutely beautifully fantastic job? Just
absolutely
really
great
sang
job.
It like, I mean, wow, it gave me chills. Inside movement, look at that right off the screen, box to box, and they're going to.
Little throw-up shot and a follow-up shot there right away. One of the players we talked about, Zoe Carlson with the score inside.
Carlson is going to do that. She's that veteran, that physical player inside, high percentage shot on the baseline.
First steal of the game. Here's Carlson going in for the layup, and Carlson just misses, and then there's going to be a foul afterward on the play.
It looks like they're going to call on that play call. It's going to be Zugat. Claudia came in on the backside. Those are the kind of fouls you want to keep those girls out of foul trouble early on. It's that foul after kind of thing as a coach that you get a little frustrated with, because those are the cheap ones you pick up early in the game, and it can hurt your bench. Good ball movement by Cedar Cliff, not to expect anything less from them, because that's what they do.
Looking for that high-low kind of look. You see a lot of interchange right there, Todd.
Yeah, and that's smart play out of Hershey already. They're gonna wait till they get a good shot. Remember, Ron Moore said we count possessions, every possession. Look at them. Every high time they catch at the top of the key, it's a look for a dunk down on 5 foot away.
Nice pass by Carlson to baseline. Long look outside. Will not go. Doesn't draw anything. And running it down was Amelia Rogers, and Hershey will keep the ball underneath their own basket. Early going here, first quarter, 6:26 to go, 2-0. The Spartans lead it.
Here's something real important too, Gary, and you know this. The execution out of underneath your own basket, out of bounds plays early on. You can pick up some quick, easy ones. Sometimes you just want to get it in, but.
There you get the first turnover now against the Spartans, and so we'll head the other way with Cedar Cliff. First of two tonight, girls doubleheader, and girls and then the boys doubleheader to finish it off tonight. So lots of basketball for you this evening.
Big Keystone matchups. Both of these teams don't want to go get a donut, a loss in the Keystone. So tonight's games are really going to be battles. Surprise Hershey looking to get the ball off the floor a little bit quicker tonight.
Well, Ron Moore said we'll run off misses. He said we'll try to get out there and do what we can, but if we don't get the good shot, we're going to come back. Nice block along the baseline on Carlson. And that block by Natalie Obel.
You see already the scrappiness of Carlson. That's the one thing I noticed about her.
There you see Scott Wyatt. We're going to get a timeout on the floor. We'll take one as well. You're watching High School Sports Live TV on ABC 27.3.
These past few years have been tough on all of us. You worry about the economy, your job, your savings. You may even have given up on your dream of owning your own home. But don't give up just yet. We're PHFA. We help people realize their dreams of owning their own home with features like competitive interest rates, down payment and closing cost assistance, and even free homeownership counseling. PHFA can make your dream of homeownership finally come true. Find us on the web or call us to find out how.
I'm Brian Hudson, and we're PHFA. Welcome home.
And we want to head over to Jeff Thompson on the baseline. Jeff, early going here, but what are you seeing?
Well, I see some pretty good defense on the Cedar Cliff side. Real good man-to-man helping defense. You're right, though. Hershey is really looking to take it from bell to the basket. Very athletic, both teams.
Pretty inbounds play right there. A little set piece. You were talking about that a moment ago, Todd. Those set pieces. Nice screen on the inside, then a little curl move, and heading off to the line right now for her first shot to the line, Anna Coulter.
Yeah, getting this sophomore into the game right here. Where do you build that ball rolling off those fingertips? Jeff, you know this too. Is at the foul line. If you want to find that groove, how many players you see get it going from the foul line first?
Well, she's got it going in the first one, so she'll get another one here. Anna Coulter, a 5'10" sophomore. Second one up and off to the right on that one. So 3-0, Hershey leads it here, and Cedar Cliff has yet to get on the board.
They need a good possession right here early on. Cedar Cliff struggling a little bit.
Oh, and you're going to step out of bounds.
I got him with 2 turnovers already. Those 2 early turnovers are going to come back to hurt Cedar Cliff.
So now you're getting that full court pressure you're talking about. Scott Wine said that's what we live off of. And he said we need to turn them over a little bit. Let's see if it works here. Hershey gets it into their end, slows it down now, try to get back into their half-court game.
Cedar Cliff will stay man-to-man, and they're giving their offensive player a bit of room, and this is what makes it easy for Hershey when they have that room, is dunking inside.
Good pass underneath on that high-low, and Coulter cashes it in for 2.
There's a seriousness about Hershey tonight, being 0-10 since 2014 against Cedar Cliff. You can see it already, like, they're here at home on a Friday night early on. A little bit more passion in their night, Gary.
Little home cooking here so far from them, as Gorham is going to get her first foul called. So another one up and good. And so far, Anna Coulter having a good opening quarter here with 4 points. Cedar Cliff finding it pretty tough to get down inside here against this very tall Hershey team. Again, both teams pretty well matched in the tall department. Really doing a lot of dribble drive here, Todd. Well, the problem that they're having is they're getting dribble drive, but then there's good help defense in the lane, and it's shutting them off. So they're having to kick back outside and then reestablish again. There's the picks on the top of the pick and roll. Great move here. Boy, a wonderful move that time by Julia Hoffman. You saw that good spin move, and Hoffman's going to go to the line for 2 shots. Claudia Zuge gets marked up with her second foul, so she may head off to the bench here shortly. We'll wait and see. First shot up and no good off the hands of Julia Hoffman. And second shot also no good. Another look. Again, not a good angle on the shot. Coming out of there is Carlson with it. Carlson trying to make something happen. Pulls up. Good shot from the elbow. Not going to go. Rebound will be pulled down by Megan Schrader of Cedar Cliff. You got a little, this is kind of a little Duke play right here. You set 3 on one side and then curl. Little left-handed move. How about that? Up and in again by Carlson. So far, Carlson and Coulter, the two doing the scoring, both with 4 points, and that's 8-0 as Cedar Cliff, the 3:55 mark of the first quarter, still has yet to score. Now they look for a post-up. You watch this Hershey team, Todd, they're playing really tight to the block defensively. Well, if you figure the other team's not shooting well from the outside, you wait until they start to do it before you come out of it. Carlson pulls up, stuck, gets it back outside. Bratton has it. Always the exchange, the high-low, and then rolling inside and looking to get the basketball. Going to get a call out front here on the foul. It'll be against Hoffman. That'll be her first. Team third against Cedar Cliff, so on the side will be Carlson with the inbound. Danya Moore checks into the game, a 5'10 senior for Moore, who will check out. For Danya Moore, in rather for Amelia Rogers, forgive me. Right away, another good look. Not going to go, though. Really was. Danya Moore off the bench. What do they say? Never shoot till you sweat, right? She had a good shot, though. There's a look outside. Will not go, and there's why you're playing that tight defense inside. 2-on-1 break here. Oh, and a good recovery back on defense for Cedar Cliff, as making the play was Megan Schrader with a nice block. And you can see Scott Wine a little frustrated over there right now, trying to figure out where the points are going to come from, but it's only 8-0 still. 2:26 to go here in the first quarter. Set piece. Good box out up top there by Ileana Hosey, and then the long throw down court, and they throw it away. There's one of the things we talk about, though, Todd, in the early season, respecting the possession. You did a great job of getting the ball down there and then kind of throwing it away, so that'll be something that you mature on throughout the course of the season. So here comes the full court pressure out, face guarding. Boy, Carlson gives you some real ranginess out there bringing the ball up, doesn't she? She's got that body of a forward, but the skills of a guard, but she loses it there as it's taken away again, this time by Ryan Karcher. And then up, and a foul is going to be called. I think they're going to get Olivia Bratton for her first. Take a look at this again. And you see Bratton just getting her hand on the arm there. First shot by Ubel is up and no good. So 0 for 3 for the line thus far for the Colts. Out goes Coulter, back in Amelia Rogers for her, the 6-foot junior. So the second shot coming up here for Natalie Ubel. And Ubel finally gets Cedar Cliff on the board via the free throw. They're 1 out of 4 now for the free throw line. And Cedar Cliff will keep that full court pressure up right here. And that time they switched on the cross, which they didn't do the last time. Here's Carlson. They're keeping the heat on her pretty good right now. Yeah, Riley on her. Riley very, very athletic. It is back inside to Moore. Moore with that nice little up and under look. Battle. They really did. And another shot, not going to go. And good hustle there by Moore to try to save it, but already bounced out of bounds. Jeff Thompson, neither team able to find that outside range thus far, are they?
Well, it's been, there was a lid on the basket down at the other end. I think they just broke it open now. Hershey's doing a nice job with their offense and had 4 buckets inside. That's the whole difference.
8-1 here, 1:05 to go in the first quarter. Just looking for that penetration, trying to open up that Hershey defense a little bit, which has been very stingy in the lane. Might have been a little extra stutter step right there. But a good follow on the play, as it'll be Samantha Riley heading to the line. So Riley going to the line. No, she's not. Scott Wyant's got the turnstile going over there. And I'm saying the Spartans, forgive me, it's the Trojans. So sorry, Trojans. No Trojan was ever allowed to mess with a Spartan, were they? Oh, great pass. Another good block getting back on defense. Give credit there to Kira Gorham. Yeah, they're playing good defense. They really are. No, and that's what you really have to do. If you don't have the great outside scoring, then you have to be a very, very disciplined team in doing what you do. As a foul's going to be marked up here again, and this time on Riley. Hoffman with her first, team fourth. Here's Carlson again. Good move to the basket. And Carlson makes you have to play her. And the foul should be against Gorham. If it is, it's going to be her second here in the first quarter. I like how Carlson makes you have to go play her. She went out and, watch this, she's going to make you have to come and step up and do something. And if you don't take the charge, you're going to get a foul. So Zoe Carlson misses her first for the free throw line. She'll get one more. 2.3 seconds to go here in the first quarter. 8-1. Hershey leads it. Carlson second one up, and it's good. Carlson with 5 points in the game. Ball in bounds. Long throw. Will it go? No. And that's the end of the first quarter. It's 9-1. The Trojans lead the Colts. All here on High School Sports Live TV on ABC 27.3.
This year, High School Sports Live is partnering with Capital Region Insurance Agency and AT&T to bring awareness to distracted driving. Each game will feature the Capital Region Insurance Agency and AT&T student section and ask students to consider Capital Region's challenge to young drivers that a text or a call can wreck it all. AT&T is challenging students to join millions who have taken the pledge to drive distraction-free as part of It Can Wait campaign. To learn more, visit itcanwait.com.
Players from all over South Central Pennsylvania and beyond are trying out right now for Team PA AAU. Go to www.teampa.com to see all the players who have received college placements. Also sign up for spring AAU tryouts. Your player will play in the top events in their age group and be placed at the appropriate competition level. Team PA is the place to be. If you want to play college basketball or make great improvements in your game, sign up for Team PA. Go to www.teampa.com. Advanced Hoops Winter Program is featuring a middle school boys basketball league and a skill builder for youth from 5 to 10 years old. Players are exposed to professional coaches like Archie Smith Jr., Gerald Sharman, Duke McCamey, and many more. Advanced Hoops leads with top traders. Go to www.advancedhoops.com to get signed up right away. The program starts this Saturday and Sunday.
This year, high school sports.
And welcome back to Hershey High School, where it is 9-1 at the end of the first quarter here. And Hershey leads it. Inside it goes right away for Cedar Cliff, and right away, a good shot. Not going to go, though. There's still a little bit of a lid on there, and the foul called here on the baseline. Let's go to Jeff Thompson. Your thoughts about the first quarter, Jeff?
Well, Anna Coulter and Zoe Carlson have really established themselves. Anna is real long at 5'10", sophomore, really moves well, and I think defensively they're driving them a little crazy right now.
Here's the inbounds again, the full court pressure. That foul was on Obel, by the way. That's her first, team 6th. So 6-3 in team fouls thus far. Here's a steal. Good job getting back there by Bratton and really cutting off what would look like an easy layup. Julia Zakovich making her first appearance in the game, the 6-foot sophomore, number 23 for Hershey. Ron Moore rolling the big kids in there right now, but another turnover and a 2-on-1 break. And again, a miss on the other end, and again, it's going to be Zakovich with the rebound. You know, one of the great things you always measure a team by that has a lot of bigs is, can my bigs outrun your bigs down the court? That's always something that I think proves successful for teams that have a tall player. Connor was out last year with a hip flexor and had 43, so she is welcome back here. Welcome back, Connor, I guess, right? It was too easy. I couldn't stand it. The old TV show from back when no one remembers. Cedar Cliff down 9-1 here. In a very low-scoring game thus far. Nice screen off the weak side. And it'll be another foul. It'll be against Olivia Bratton, and that's her second. Team 4th against the Trojans. Good pass in, short drive, pull up, not going to get it. Rebound, Rogers. Another long look. And really what you saw there is you see Cotter trying to get into that three-point groove, and I know Ron Moore is probably very happy about letting her take those shots. He might want to get her getting some more inside touches before she gets to get her in more of a rhythm. Really nice stuff here, really nice stuff, but again, can't get it to go as a good running shot by Julia Hoffman will not go. Carlson right back with it. Kicks it outside. Cotter's got it. Looks inside. Nothing there. A good dump over the top. Cotter getting the ball inside to Coulter. Nice little high-low pass over the back block on that play. Two great blocks. Still Hershey keeps it alive. Finally, it's yanked out of there by Ileana Hosey. To the other end it goes. Nothing going. Again. Finally, underneath, it was Ryan Karcher. That's the first field goal of the game now for Cedar Cliff. And quickly the other end. And the size down there so far for Hershey has been pretty much of a deciding factor. Carlson, long look, will not go. And again, pulled down by Hosey, who seems to be everywhere on the defensive glass. And that could loosen up the defense a little bit. First three of the night, and all of a sudden it's 9-6. We'll take a timeout. 4:24 to go in the second quarter. This is High School Sports Live TV on ABC 27.
It may be the holidays, but it's also the year-end clearance sale at Hoffman Ford. Huge clearance sale pricing on all new 2019s. Up to $16,500 off MSRP on a new 2019 Ford F-150 XLT. Or lease a new 2019 Ford F-150 from $199 a month. Huge year-end clearance savings.
Hoffman has it.
Hoffman Ford, just what you're looking for. Hoffman has it.
5 unanswered right now by Cedar Cliff as they've cut the lead from 9-1 now to 9-6. Let's go to Jeff Thompson on the baseline. Jeff?
Cedar Cliff did a nice job in the last 2 possessions. I think they've been getting good shots, but none have been falling. I'm still impressed with Anna Coulter from Hershey. She's a sophomore. She has great hands, and the refs are letting a lot go. They're doing a good job, but they're letting a lot go.
There's the pressure paid off for the first time tonight as Cedar Cliff gets it back on that full court pressure. Looks like everything right now kind of runs through Karcher a bit, Todd. Good drive, but right into Carlson. And there's another offensive rebound, as this time it's going to be Ubel cashing it in for her first field goal tonight. She's got 3 points. Well, in 2 straight possessions, you didn't get the half court. And you're looking over right now at Scott Wyan, rather, and you're saying, I knew my pressure was going to pay off eventually. You know, sometimes you don't see it for a while, and all of a sudden it starts to pay off as you put a few subs in there, or as people kind of get used. And here you see Ron Moore on the other side. He's saying, okay, I got to make sure we cut down the turnovers right now.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, the momentum change here quickly, coming out of a timeout, picked up another steal, scored 9-8 now with the ball.
Great patience here by Cedar Cliff in the half-court game. And look at the shots they're getting. It was another good shot, just like Jeff said a moment ago. You just got to get those eyes up first, and the body's got to follow.
They're 5 foot away getting these shots off.
So Hershey needs a bucket badly right here. They're up by 1.
It's a good look for Hershey inside too, but no finish.
Hershey with 5 turnovers this quarter, and again, outside it goes, and downtown it lands.
As you see Hershey bringing the ball up, they need a good possession here. They have not scored to start the second quarter at all. They're up 9-1.
And that's the first lead of the night now for Cedar Cliff.
10 unanswered for Cedar Cliff.
10's the magic number. 10 in a row Cedar Cliff has won against Hershey over here. Ron Moore made a point of telling us that. Good look there. Nice little shot, not going to go. And another rebound for Posey. Quickly to the other end on the fast break.
Moore for Hershey's had 2 good looks at it and missed them both.
Posey switched hands, and then the follow-up going into the lane. And will be put down by Schrader.
Schrader, another sophomore. There's a lot of young girls on the floor.
Timeout of the court, 2:07 to go to halftime. It's 12-9. It's Cedar Cliff up on High School Sports Live TV on ABC 27.3.
Here's the deal. Toddlers are expensive.
Strawberries.
Especially ones with opinions. Today, she loves strawberries. Tomorrow, it's apples. But at Giant, I can get everything from strawberries to apples to,
Kiwi.
To kiwi, without taking a bite out of my budget. Where'd you learn kiwi?
Everything you need at prices you'll love. That's a combination you'll only find at Giant.
Save big on sweet blueberries or blackberries. This week, buy one, get one free.
Welcome back, and there you see the Hershey huddle as Ron Moore trying to figure out what happened. They were up 9-1. Funny thing happened with the lead. 11 in a row right now by Cedar Cliff. Jeff, what happened here?
Well, I think it's a tale of 2 quarters. Really, Hershey owned the first quarter inside, and Cedar Cliff scored, and they realized they could score, and their pressures really paid off.
Pressure is starting to pay off here. We're seeing that. But they're also much more patient, it seems, in the half court, Todd.
That's the difference. Cedar Cliff got more patient, and they got it going a little bit with Karcher and a couple of them off the bench. And now the momentum changing and the aggressiveness in Cedar Cliff's changed.
One of the things that's happening, too, they're switching right now in that face guard man-to-man, and they're not getting a third person to come down to get a third pass. And so they're getting stuck right here. You have to attack that from the side and then hit the middle.
They're making it real easy. They're coming back, and they're switching, and they're looking for both. You got to roll back off the switch.
In set play on the inbounds, and a good look. Will not go, but the shot they were looking for from Riley.
Yeah, they got a great look for Riley out of that inbounds.
So the foul's going to be on Meg Schrader, and for Schrader, that's going to be her first, team 7. So we'll walk back to the other end here and shoot some free throws. And heading to the line will be Danya Moore, the 5'10 senior.
Yeah, Danya got pretty aggressive here to start the second quarter. She's missed a couple bunnies there 5 foot away. This might get her back into it.
Another good rebound. Taken down by Zuge. Zuge looking for a drive, cut off.
Zuge, great hustler.
There's Moore looking over the top again. Trying to find Rogers. She's not available. There's a little push off. Got away with it. By Zuge. Moore again, looks down in.
They have ran this, you can tell. They have ran it over and over again. They are very good in their half-court offense.
Absolute cold, and another rebound by Hosey. She's been the rebounder of the game so far. Get a wide open look, not going to take it. That's the discipline you're seeing right now from the Cedar Cliff team. Shots they were taking earlier, they're not taking now.
I'm surprised to not see Karcher in there. She got hot and got Cedar Cliff going.
Little switch to a 2-3 zone here by Hershey right now. Packing it in, saying beat us from the outside if you can, but you're not coming inside.
Yeah, Ron Moore told us he may look at the 2-3.
How about that look, though? Just take your time, get it down in there, and Schrader answers with 2 points off the glass. That's 14 points in a row run right now by the Colts.
And that's 4 for Schrader, the sophomore.
Hershey in trouble here, trying to get some momentum. Long look, will not go off the hands of Bratton, rather. So scoreless here in the second quarter, or make that 1 point in the second quarter so far for Hershey. Still in that 2-3 zone.
It's like both teams reverse each other's roles. Cedar Cliff scoring 1 point in the first quarter. Now Hershey only putting 1 on the board here in the second.
And that'll be it. We head to halftime. The Jack Giambalvo halftime report straight ahead. The Capital Region halftime stats. And we'll be right back with you. It's 15-9 at the half. Cedar Cliff leads it on High School Sports Live TV on ABC 27.3.
Guys, I'm here with Dr. Abby Kelly from OSS Health. She's a sports medicine doctor. Abby, you've seen your share of concussions in the office. Let's define what is a sports concussion.
A concussion is defined as a functional injury to the brain versus a structural injury like a brain bleed, stroke, things like that. So, you can either get hit in the head and sustain a concussion, or you can get hit in the body, which causes a rotational force to the brain. The brain rattles inside of the skull, causes an injury really at the cellular level.
Talk about what the signs and symptoms are of concussions.
Some key signs and symptoms of concussion include headache, dizziness, sometimes vision changes, nausea, even vomiting sometimes.
Let's talk about how you treat concussions.
Brain rest is the treatment for concussion, at least in the initial stages.
What is the return to play, the protocol for that?
I have them repeat what's called an impact test. The athletic trainer will take them through a 5-day return to play protocol.
You have 2 little girls yourself, and you were an athlete at Dallastown.
As a mother myself and kids that I anticipate will be involved in athletics, it's extremely important to get the word out on concussion and educate people.
These past few years have been tough on all of us. You worry about the economy, your job, your savings. You may even have given up on your dream of owning your own home. But don't give up just yet. We're PHFA. we help people realize their dreams of owning their own home with features like competitive interest rates, down payment and closing cost assistance, and even free homeownership counseling. PHFA can make your dream of homeownership finally come true. Find us on the web or call us to find out how.
I'm Brian Hudson, and we're PHFA. Welcome home.
This is an education that focuses on your child's unique interests. It's taking field trips and making friendships. And it's what a modern-day public K-12 education looks like. This is Commonwealth Charter Academy, and this is how schools should work. CCA is an online public school available at no cost to all Pennsylvania families. Learn how Commonwealth Charter Academy can work for your family at ccaeducate.me.
Erie Insurance says here's to the grown-ups who move, mortgage, mow, and still bust a move. But does your home insurance still fit? Erie helps you protect the home you've grown into, all at fair prices that are often less than the other guys. So how do you find the right coverage? Magic. Nope. Local independent agents who get to know you like this.
Your local Erie agent is Capital Region Insurance Agency, 717-731-1142.
Erie Insurance.
The Jack Giambalvo family of dealerships. 9 great franchises in 3 locations. Buick GMC, Hyundai, Mazda, Cedar, Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, Ram. And introducing the all-new Genesis of York. The Giambalvo family of dealerships. Over $25 million in new and pre-owned inventory. With unbeatable service after the sale, too. There's a reason the Giambalvo family has been a part of your community for decades. Find out why. The Jack Giambalvo family of dealerships. 3 great locations. Online at giambalvo.com.
Welcome back to our Jack Giambalvo halftime report. It's 15-9 here at the half. Cedar Cliff leading by 6 over Hershey. It was 9-1 the first quarter. Hershey led it. Well, 15 in a row in the second quarter, run off by the Cedar Cliff Colts. They lead by 6 here at the half. Want to talk a little bit about what happened there. Todd McCall looked like Hershey was doing a pretty good job. What happened there in the second quarter?
Well, they were so patient first quarter offensively. They were getting some good looks. Then what happened? Cedar Cliff picked up their press, and they did not handle the pressure. Timeout. They come back out of that timeout. Hershey turns the ball over again, and when you start turning the ball over and team gets a little confidence, Cedar Cliff got a little fire under them, and then you saw that kind of, okay, we're fine now. The panic was over.
Jeff?
Well, Cedar Cliff was very patient, and like you said, momentum is a huge thing, and it changed with that pressure and the way that they played full court defense. I think Hershey has to go back to looking inside. Hershey runs their offense pretty well, too.
Yes, they do.
The problem is I think you got some big bodies in there right now who are offsetting that size. And I was watching a little bit, and the posts on that high-low aren't really getting on top. They're on the reversals. They're not getting on top where they're getting between the defender and the ball. And that's something they've got to do is maybe fight a little bit more for that post, Todd.
I would agree. And one of the changes when Danya Moore come in, it seemed like for a second, Zoe Carlson got a little bit quiet. And when you get her quiet, that's exactly what Cedar Cliff wants. All of a sudden, 24 is quiet, and she's their playmaker. And then I was surprised to see Karcher. Not surprised about the shots that went down for Cedar Cliff, but Karcher kind of got a hot hand, and then she went back to the bench. But she's that spark off that bench in the second half, I think, might make the difference in the game.
You know, something else that's interesting, Jeff, and you talked about it there, the inside play. You're looking at Coulter. She looks pretty active down there. She's got a lot of offensive rebounds, has not put them all back in yet. But Julia Zakovich in there, who is the 6-foot sophomore, she looked like she had some moments. Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised to see those two be a little bit more of a battering ram in the second half for this Hershey team.
Well, that's interesting because Julia did do a pretty nice job while she was in there. And I think I would also like to say Zoe Carlson really does have a motor on her.
She does, but what's happened now, she had the score since early in the game, and you look at it, and they're jamming on her, which now means that someone's got to be opened up elsewhere. The problem is you're not hitting your outside shots. Right. Thus, you got to make sure you get those inside goals, which are not happening either right now.
They've got to find one other person that can score from the outside.
Let's take a look at our members' first half highlights, and guys, take me through this.
Well, I think early in that game, there was just a little fire in the belly of Hershey, and this is why. 24. We highlighted her, Carlson, and early in the game, she's getting the ball off the glass. She had a motor. Cedar Cliff struggled until this right here. Nice little left-hand hook and a dish outside, and Karcher drills it, the sophomore. puts it down, and then the press started coming. And then everybody got excited in the scoring party. And that was, I felt like, the big difference is all of a sudden, boom, let me hit one. The sophomore comes up and hits one too. You know, that Hosey. And I think she's one of the more athletic girls. See how she can get to the basket. And then people got around the glass and started finishing.
Well, it became very opportunistic there. You saw Schrader
Yeah.
finishing off on a second ever. There's Schrader again on the inside with a nice little turn move. And they started getting good shots. And you take a look right here at our Capital Region halftime stats. The big one is 15-9. But take a look at the shooting so far. 4 of 20 for the Hershey Trojans, 6 of 22 for the Colts. Woeful numbers there if you're a coach. But the big number that changed, you think 17-12 in rebounds, well, that would be enough. But 8-4 in turnovers, doubling up the number of turnovers had by the Colts. So those numbers kind of cancel each other out a bit, don't they?
They sure do. And the turnovers are caused by good pressure defense. Hershey has some good rebounders, but they've only been able to hit a couple buckets inside.
So, guys, the keys to the second half here. Tom, what are you looking for?
Go right back to your high-low if you're Hershey. And if you're Cedar Cliff, keep that press on them, because Hershey did not handle that press in the second quarter very well.
Coach Thompson, you're in the locker room. What are the keys?
Well, for Cedar Cliff, be patient. Be as patient as you were in the first half. You guys both coached. You know it's hard when you only have 1 point at the end of the first quarter to be patient, but they were.
Let the hands touch Karcher a lot there for Cedar Cliff as well. And we'll see what happens. Both coaches out of the locker room. The team's just about ready to go. We'll take a break. We'll come right back. This is High School Sports Live TV on ABC 27.3.
My father years ago told me, own your own business. That was my inspiration. And February 1st of 1996, we opened up as Capital Region Insurance Agency.
Throughout my entire life, seeing my dad how successful he was and learning the way he was actually able to communicate with people and help them, whatever their needs may be, it made me want to get more involved. I'm most proud of helping continue my dad's legacy, helping the surrounding communities, businesses, and families.
We try to wow our customers, let them know that we are here for them. If they can't get into our office, we would take the time and go visit them. This really differentiates ourselves from the 1-800-WHO-DO-YOU-GET. Whether it's financial services, auto, home, life, commercial, we hold their hands, bring them through the process. We let them understand that we know what we're doing, and they feel comfortable when they leave here.
I think it makes it more personal and more family-oriented, definitely more of a friendly environment.
What I'm most proud of is the hard work, and it's enabled me to ensure clients, to provide protection for them, to let them sleep well at night.
Welcome back to Hershey High School. 15-9 at the half, just a few seconds before we get the second half underway. We talk about woeful numbers in that first half for Hershey in the second quarter. Nothing out of 9 in field goals, 6 turnovers in the second quarter. For Cedar Cliff, 6 of 15 in the second quarter in field goals, no turnovers. There's a big number for you that they were getting some turnovers early there, and all of a sudden that stopped.
They held Hershey scoreless in the second quarter, and they went on a 14-0 run. 14 unanswered points in the second quarter.
Thanks to our statistician, Greg Polly, for that. We appreciate it. And we get started here, and Hershey trying to get back on the board first here as they'll inbound it near side. Opening game of a doubleheader here tonight, girl-boy.
There you go. Establish the inside again. That's what we talked about right there. That'll get you back in the ball game if you're Hershey, am I right?
And who do they go to right away? We talked about it at half. How about Anna Coulter? And she's got 6 points now, so immediately she fights for the position, gets a nice little hook run through the lane.
We'll see if Cedar Cliff stays patient as they were. In that start of that second quarter in particular, they got a little bit more hot.
Back to the dribble drive. Nice move, and they're getting much better shots now and much better patience on the shots as Ubel now has 5 points in the game. 17-11, Cedar Cliff up. Opening night here tonight for High School Sports Live TV. There you go, right down the lane again, and it's Coulter heading on in there, or check that rather. Carlson heading on in. It's been a while since she's had a clean shot. She's got 7 now.
Yeah, 7 points, and I just felt like they really, at halftime, they probably really made that adjustment. It's like, Zoe, keep being aggressive like you were early in that first quarter.
Oh, here they are very aggressive right now. Good steal that time. Taken away by Zugay. Long shot by Carlson. Maybe not a good shot.
Yeah, tough one there.
And on the other end, same thing. Maybe a little too quick for two teams that are not shooting high percentages from the outside. Those probably aren't the shots the coaches are looking for.
The game speed changed a little bit. Both teams, that speed is a little bit out of control for both of them. They're better walking that ball up the floor and playing that half-court sets.
You know, with the size of people you have, you want to get touches for those bigs.
Right.
That'll give you the rhythm for your three-point shooters, right?
You sure can. You go inside out. We know that's a very successful key to anybody's game is inside out.
So here's Hosey to trigger the inbounds play on the far side. 4-point lead right now.
You always expect that third quarter spurt, both teams, like where they just come out a little bit more aggressive, and then they get back into a rhythm and calm down a little bit. Let's see what happens.
With a nice pass, but good hands, and I'll tell you who's playing some really tough defense right now is that number 22 in there, Claudia Zugay. She's had her hands in a couple times here on some big plays.
Well, she was, always been a player to watch early on, and she's a team leader, really, a quiet team leader, a hustler.
Here's Bratton, the 5'6" senior. Carlson again, driving down the lane. Carlson, pretty good look, saves it, back up. Rogers, no good. Pulled down on the rebound by Julia Hoffman. And then the foul.
So let's just see what they get out of this possession. Cedar Cliff needs a good one here as Hershey's beginning to make that momentum run again here to start that early third quarter. Let's see what they get out of this possession. I'm interested to see if they're a little more patient.
That foul on Zoe Carlson, her first, team first in the second half. Cedar Cliff with the ball. Let's see where they go.
They're going to set high-low screens.
Sort of weak side curl screen there. Ball loose on the floor. And then another look, and again, it's Karcher. Just a nice job of picking it up, looking things over, and burying it.
Yeah, she has 7.
She's got 7 points down the game.
Keeping her on the floor is an important thing for Cedar Cliff right now. Big key in the game.
And here's that full court pressure. Let's see if Hershey's got a better solution for it here. Now you've got to get somebody coming down, use that middle person. There it is. They delayed that. You saw him cross, and then they waited for her to make a quick move down the court. Some really good coaching going on here tonight. Really, with
very fundamental.
Coach Wine, Coach Moore.
They do a great job.
We can tell the word went out to Carlson. Get scoring here in the second half, and she's doing it right now.
Yeah, if you want your team right now in this keystone to stay where they need to be and don't go 2 losses down, that's what you do.
She's got 9 points now in the game, 4 already here in the third quarter. There's that dribble drive again, pick and rolls.
It's got a little bit of that kind of weave thing to it, almost Carolina, but lower, not as high as Carolina used to run in the old days, 4-corner type of thing. It's just
Kentucky
a little bit of a weave.
Used to run this too with a dribble drive. You drive, then you go screen on the ball.
Look at Zuga.
Look at this.
Look at that hustle.
I will tell you what, somebody lit a candle under Claudia Zugay here to start this quarter. Jeff Thompson, she is everywhere, all over the floor.
It's really unbelievable how hard they're playing right now.
And did they call the foul on her? That's what I'm surprised about on Zugay. That's 2 teams. That's 2 players going down the floor.
And the worst part is that's the 3rd foul on Zugay here, so they're going to get her out of there. And checking in for her will be Mary Cotter. Ryan Moore Coach Moore, Ron Moore, not very happy about that call at all.
Yeah, and I can understand that too. Both girls went down to hustle. It's just a hustle play.
There's the screening of the ball we talked about. I watch the pass. This time, just go straight high-low. That's a set piece.
Exactly. Just patience again if you're Cedar Cliff. Both teams really. And man, again, hats off to both these teams early.
They're looking for Karcher every time.
Being so fundamental early, I think, is a big key here.
There you go, loaded up again. Ball's loose. We picked up by Hershey. Barry Cotter with it. Carlson again.
Whoa.
Wow.
She got hot.
Zoe Carlson swinging the hot hand right now. She's got 7 in the third quarter, and back to within 1 they come.
Got 12 overall now for her. I thought she really needed that. She needed that little bit of a wake-up call at halftime, and she got it.
And there's your drive down the lane and a good up move under Liliana Hosey with 2. She's now got 5 in the game, and she's going to get a chance to make it 6 right here.
She's athletic. That's what that's a good thing for her game, just getting to the basket. And again, the junior is going to make things happen for Cedar Cliff all year long.
Fallon Carlson will be her second.
And Gary, you've been there too with players. You know what they have inside of them. Sometimes the fire's got to go off, and when the fire goes off, like if this goes off with a girl like Hosey, she could be the leading scorer on Cedar Cliff team just with her athletic ability.
Yeah, right now she's looking to drive and pass, but here, drive and score. And again, those are some of the early season things. I think you start to learn about your players and what they can do and what they can't, and expanding their skill set.
Exactly.
So here's, again, inbounded by Olivia Bratton. You need that middle person coming down quickly. So Bratton's got it. Bratton screening on the ball here. And kind of an interesting shot that time. A little running one-hander from Mary Cotter.
Yeah, it was interesting is the best way to describe it.
Foul on Riley. It'll be her first team foul to make that first team foul the second half.
As Ron Moore said, every possession, he said they talk about possession at a time, how important each one of them are.
You got Zakovich back in the game now. There she is. She's out the high post. There's the post play you're looking for inside as they're trying to hook it up.
You got to be careful forcing it, though. Now right there was a force.
Always one of the things you always say, and there was Coulter getting good position. You have to wait until the big establishes position, then get him the basketball.
She wasn't established yet.
And those are young things. There again, wait until she's established that time.
And that first look inside is that first look for Hershey.
Good little back door there. Tough place to handle it, though. Zakovich made a good move along the baseline. Carlson thought she had her, but you're asking a big to make a good move there with the basketball. It just wasn't going to happen.
And Zakovich is just a sophomore, just tall girl, just kind of trying to, find her footing a little bit. Carlson was a little upset that she went in and the turnover happened.
I think they heard you talk about the keys at the half there, Todd, because every time now Carter's touching the ball in every half-court possession.
That's right.
Nothing happens until she touches it.
Patience again. But we're seeing something really good here this first game. Patience.
And a tough drive there by Riley, but she'll get fouled on the play. So Mary Cotter picks up her second foul. It's the fourth team foul already here in the third quarter against Hershey. First shot up, no good from Riley. Riley nothing out of one from the line, so not so far. Then she'll get a second chance here. Riley up, and this one finds its mark. So 23-18 as they eke back out to a 5-point lead to the Colts.
Riley also a sophomore. We're seeing the youth movement here and tonight in Hershey. A lot of young players on the floor.
You got in the hands of your playmaker. That's Carlson. She's been the playmaker the whole third quarter thus far.
Nice dump off. Look at that.
Beautiful job. Carlson with a great pass underneath.
All set up with the assist by Carlson. Carlson could have a triple-double. I appreciate my brother, Troy McCall, at home, who does a little side stat and says, that's a girl that can have triple-doubles. Right there is a prime example.
Zakovich gets called for the foul from behind. She reached over, but she was very aggressive. I want to ask Jeff Thompson on the baseline. There's a much better aggressiveness defensively here, I think, in the third quarter for Hershey right now.
Oh, they came out on fire defensively. And Claudia Zuge led the charge.
More physical, much more physical right now. The problem is Zuge on the bench right at the moment, I think, with 3 fouls.
At top of the key, somebody's going to have to, that Hershey defense is going to have to call those top of the key screens out.
Oh, an easy shot missed there underneath by Cedar Cliff. You're going to get a jump ball here. And possession there will stay with the Colts.
I don't know if you saw, Gary. I mean, one of the things we teach defensively is you got to call out screens, and Cedar Cliff's doing a good job with that high-low atop the key screen. And I've noticed that the Hershey Trojans are not calling it out. That's how you get a girl hurt and you get somebody going right by you.
Here's Karcher. Karcher with a nice kickoff. See if they come back and get her in the corner on the other side.
Movement, look at that, good movement. Just good ball movement. Patience exhibited.
You got Karcher right in the middle of the floor. Best place to attack the basket. Outside it goes.
Oh.
And there's a young lady who is making a difference this quarter.
She's stepping her game up.
Posey with her second 3 of the night. She's got 9 points in the game, and all of a sudden back out to a 6-point lead it goes.
See, she's quiet. She's quiet with her scoring, and she takes. You know what I like? She does all the right little things. Doesn't force things, Gary. That's a nice key in Hosea.
Let's see, they got Coulter out of there now, and in for her will be Amelia Rogers. Now Rogers is going to be the flash person. She's being face guarded too. The way to attack this man-to-man face guard is really try to hit the side, then hit the middle person coming up the floor. Let's see what happens.
And see that
there she is in the middle. Lucky you got it back there, did Bratton, excuse me.
The other thing to do too is just go pull one girl back. Just keep one up, pull one back. That second defender goes with them.
Oh, a little too early there, trying to get the ball to Rogers, or the pass from Carlson.
Also, way to beat that press is go 1-4 across. Do a couple different things.
It's really good discipline here right now by Cedar Cliff. Looking for the shot they want. 22 seconds. They're looking for the last shot here.
You know, one of the things Cedar Cliff, even though they lost a lot from the last year's state team, this helps these girls, doesn't it, Gary? When you get deep in the state runs, the younger ones get to see how this long season can be.
7 seconds to go. Rebound coming out here. Is it going to be off Cedar Cliff? Yes, it is. And it'll be 2.1 seconds to go. Let's see if Hershey's got a player or a play for long full court. 26-20. Now, you almost want to throw it deep, don't you? Right now, you've got someone down there named Claudia Zuge who's looking for it.
I'd want somebody to touch it at least by the foul line.
Or Zakovic.
That's not going to do much there.
And they're just happy to get it inbound. So the end of the third quarter, 26-20. Cedar Cliff leads it all here on High School Sports Live TV on ABC 27.
This year, High School Sports Live is partnering with Capital Region Insurance Agency and AT&T to bring awareness to distracted driving. Each game will feature the Capital Region Insurance Agency and AT&T student section and ask students to consider Capital Region's challenge to young drivers that a text or a call can wreck it all. AT&T is challenging students to join millions who have taken the pledge to drive distraction-free as part of It Can Wait campaign. To learn more, visit itcanwait.com.
This is an education that focuses on your child's unique interests. It's taking field trips and making friendships. And it's what a modern-day public K-12 education looks like. This is Commonwealth Charter Academy, and this is how schools should work. CCA is an online public school available at no cost to all Pennsylvania families. Learn how Commonwealth Charter Academy can work for your family at ccaeducate.me.
This year, High School Sports Live is partnering with Capital Region Insurance Agency and AT&T to bring awareness to distracted driving. Each game will feature the Capital Region Insurance Agency and AT&T student section and ask students to consider Capital Region's challenge to young drivers that a text or a call can wreck it all. AT&T is challenging students to join millions who have taken the pledge to drive distraction-free as part of It Can Wait campaign. To learn more, visit itcanwait.com.
Welcome back to Hershey High School. 11-11 that quarter. And for Hershey, 5 out of 9 in field goals. For Cedar Cliff, 4 of 7. So both teams doing a pretty good job there in improving that shot percentage. And it came out of discipline, didn't it?
It was total discipline. And it's little things. I like the point guard play on both sides, Cedar Cliff and Hershey, Bratton and Hosey tonight.
All of a sudden, a little double team here from Cedar Cliff for the half court, and it pays off. And a hard drive to the basket. She'll get fouled on the play, though.
You got to like the effort of Bratton to get back and to recover. Unfortunately, call her for a block.
Samantha Riley, a real slasher there going in. And the foul will be marked up on Bratton. That will be her third now, and you'll see the replay here. And Riley is going to make you play her. So Riley at the line, knocks it down. Jeff Thompson, you watch this Samantha Riley play. She gives you a lot of the unmentionables. She really is a slasher. She's a good defensive player. Handles the ball pretty well.
Well, she takes it to the hole, and she's pretty confident with her foul shooting, too. She missed the first one, and you could tell she wasn't going to miss again.
And 3 out of 4 for the line tonight to back up what you're saying. She's made her last 3 in a row, and they've upped the lead back to 8 points.
And she's only a sophomore.
Big, big moment in this game right here. Oh, and Moore had a free one, didn't get it. Rebound Cedar Cliff, they're running. Karcher's open if they get her the ball. Oh, what a great save.
For Moore, last play was a turnover. That play was a missed layup. So you got to make sure in a game like this, an 8-point game in the Keystone Division, every possession counts.
What a ball fake by Karcher. Then she misses it. Good box out by Moore, and the foul will be called in the backcourt. That's one of those things you learn too, frustration fouls, right?
Yeah, I always talk to my guys about how you pick it up and how you don't pick it up.
Don't compound the mistake. That'll be the second foul on, how are they going to call that? Yeah, on Oibel, it's going to be her second foul of the evening. Here's Carlson now.
We're pretty much using Carlson to break the pressure.
Oh, what a nice block. And they're going to call a foul. Looked like a good block from here for Schrader.
Yeah.
To see that one again. Schrader kind of held her feet. Now, she might have gone up just a little bit.
Maybe. That's a tough one there. Tough one there.
So Schrader picks up her second foul. Carlson back at the line. Can't hit it. They're going to get Gorham back in there now for Cedar Cliff. As check it out will be Oibel. Second one up and good.
Zoe with 13.
So 13 points up on the board now for Zoe Carlson. 6:57 to go in this one. 7-point lead for Cedar Cliff. And here's where that discipline of that offense really starts to pay off, because you're running time off the clock, even though it's very early.
You know, these are big possessions for both teams, especially with a 7-point game right here in the third quarter.
They're in no hurry right now. They're looks like they're just trying to open up the middle for drives.
Not a bad shot. We're thinking the same thing, Gary.
Yeah, good rebound by Zuge again.
Hubel takes a good shot there, a good look.
You know, the one thing I've learned watching this team tonight from Hershey is Zuge is a spark.
Yeah.
When she's off the floor, they lack a little bit of a spark. When she's on there, she's got a big one.
I would agree. Zuge, Carlson, a couple that mix, it's got to stay on. And really, to be honest with you, the point guard play at Bratton.
Problem for Zuge tonight, she averages 8.3 points a game. She's got none this evening.
Tonight. So hats off to Cedar Cliff on that. And Carlson does have her average. She had 12 coming in, so she's 13.
Here's Zuge now.
Coulter's been real quiet. I wonder if they're going to take a look at the sophomore again.
Look at the job Karcher's doing fronting her, though. And that's the change. The Karcher's fronting her, not playing behind.
Right.
Here you go again now. You really don't need anything forced. 5:53 to go. Remember, Cedar Cliff has beaten Hershey 10 straight times. And a nice drive to the basket, and scoring nicely is Hummel back in there. She's having a good evening. She's got 7 points. 30-21, biggest lead of the night. Outside it goes. Not knocked down that time by Carlson, and here comes Cedar Cliff running again, and then they'll pull it back out. That dribble drive pass and screening the ball. Probably not the shot that Scott Wyant wanted right now, I don't think, with the 9-point lead. It's an old saying in basketball, when you have it, they don't.
Exactly.
And then you pay for it on this end with that shot.
15 for Carlson.
15 points for Carlson now. A timeout on the floor, so they draw back to 8 points. We'll take a break. 5:03 to go in the game. This is High School Sports Live TV on ABC 27.3.
Groff Tractor is your full-line equipment dealer representing Case Construction and many other leading brands, serving the total sales, rentals, parts, and service needs of its customers. Groff Tractor paves the way for your project from start to finish. With 6 locations, Groff Tractor is always nearby your equipment needs. Groff Tractor also offers scheduled maintenance along with 24/7 emergency service. Groff Tractor is your #1 source for everything under construction.
Our next broadcast, presented by Pennsylvania Housing Finance Association, is Central Dauphin East and Central Dauphin on December 18th. That'll be at 7:30 on ABC 27.3, but we got a lot of work to do here yet tonight. This game is far from over. 30-23, Cedar Cliff with the basketball. Wow. Again, a little surprised at the shot taking right here.
Shot
Hoffman
selection.
with the outside.
Exactly.
And again, you give the ball back, but a chance to score for Hershey. And in this young lady's hands right now, who has been a dynamic scorer tonight with 15 points. But they ducked the shot that time and quickly come back at the other end. Another outside shot. With a hot hand, though, downtown it goes to Hosey with her third 3 of the night. And how about a little consideration there for player of the game for this young lady, huh?
That. She's now at 13 points on the night.
Inside it goes to Zakovic, and she is going to make that Coulter instead. She's going to get fouled on the play. So the ball will stay with the Trojans. Carlson will trigger the inbounds play. Fouls on Karcher. And for Karcher, that'll be her first of the night. 16 fouls, so 6 either way now. Carlson. Nowhere to go, and they're definitely playing her hard right now.
Yeah, they're just sloughing in the paint on her as soon as she gets the ball because they know she's going to look for the dribble drive.
Saying, there's Zakovic. Again, you can see with Zakovic a little bit of the youth.
Yeah.
Trying to get it there too quickly.
You can't force it.
And she's over there learning. Scott, Coach Ward's looking at her and say, okay, I know, next time, just wait till she sets. So many little things to learn in the game of basketball, isn't there?
It is. And, you know, they're building a 10-point lead here, biggest lead of the game.
Biggest lead of the game, and then a little throwaway there on a cut at the wrong time. So Karcher tosses it away.
If you're a Hershey fan right now, you're rooting for a big possession. This is a must-need in this juncture of the game with 3:46 in the third quarter.
You need some help getting the ball in here. Here's Bratton back down.
Hosey doing a good job defensively, too, putting ball pressure point guard to point guard.
Yeah, she's not getting steals every time, but she just keeps the pressure on. You've got to be aware of her.
Which keeps you out of your offense because you're 24, 25 feet away because of her pressure.
Another throwaway here, and then Carlson hustles back, gets it back. Down it comes. Inside it goes for Coulter, and again, Karcher with good fronting defense in the post.
Yeah, it's been some force, and I know Coach Moore knows, man, mistakes right now is what's hurting us.
You know, Jeff, in the opening quarter tonight, they were getting those inside passes. Now with Karcher fronting the post, not so easy anymore.
They've shut the pass down, but still, Hershey's only scored with 2 players. And I think that Cedar Cliff recognizes that, Todd, as you said. They're fronting them and backing them and leaning into them. Very good defense.
Sloughing in the paint a lot, Gary, on the dribble drive.
Well, you see some of the fans talking things over tonight and figuring out what's going on and getting ready for Christmas and how's your shopping going, and there you go. So 33-23, the biggest lead of the night there. The Cedar Cliff Colt cheerleaders getting all ready for the rest of this one and the next one. Cedar Cliff always known for that great fan base over there.
Always have.
They're rocking and rolling.
That Red Sea versus the Colts at home. I mean, that's always been a fun game, the Cedar Cliff Redland game. Fans like crazy.
Some of the Colts fans and Hershey fans kind of mixing it up there. So a good night to be out. The second week of high school basketball, is it possible? We just finished the state high school football championships last week. By the way, you're seeing a lot of purple shirts here tonight. Chris Herron is coming in next week, and he has a great story. We'll tell you about it in our second game tonight, but the Chris Herron Project is about helping people with opioid addictions, and they're really making an emphasis of that here at the school, and the color is purple for Chris Herron. We'll tell you more about the fact he's speaking here next week at Hershey High School.
And that shirt says BU. You know, you got to get awareness out with things like this. You got to get the message out to kids, start young, that opioids will kill.
Here's Carlson inbounding the ball. You need a bucket at this time. And Carlson's going to get a wide open shot off the set play and does not get it.
Well, her feet weren't set, Gary, and that's the tough thing about it. Got to be set. But look
Going
at her.
up
Look
again.
at her.
She'll get fouled. Carter's going to pick it up.
She has 15 points. Now, when her feet set, the last three she hit, she had her feet set. She was not fully set there. She put it up a little early, but the hustle play gets it back for her.
And they're going to call this foul instead on number 23. That's Ubal, and that's going to be her third. So at the line now, and she needs these big time, is Carlson. And Cooley rolls in and out.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Gary. My apologies. I would step away from the line after that first miss. I always instructed players, just step back off that play. I don't know if you did. It was one of those things I said, you know, don't stay on that line after that first miss.
All depended on the player a lot of times for me. I like to, if they felt good about it, stay in there. If not, step away.
Look, that's a good point. 16 then for Carlson.
He's the leading scorer on the floor here tonight. Hosey with 12 tonight. And there's Hosey going again, and she's going to step back into the line.
Man, that was it looked like a good block, and you can see the smile.
Jeff, the old clear-out play that time. Everybody else get the other side. I'll take it from here, right?
Well, Eliana Hosey really looks to take the ball to the basket, and she knew she was going to get fouled, too.
Don't forget our Giant post game coming up as Hosey continues to pad her numbers right now. She got 13 points in this one, and I got to tell you, she's played one whale of a game tonight for this team.
She has, and I think a clear out's a great idea. I mentioned in the first quarter, I think that she's the player that's a spark that can really ignite this team, the Cedar Cliff team.
11-point lead now for the Cedar Cliff Colts.
Look at that, inside.
Good job inside getting it to Coulter.
Coulter is now with 8. That kind of just maybe get her back in the game going a little bit.
You like seeing that too. You see a lot of good things here on the floor tonight for both these teams. I think there's a lot of good to look forward to as the season goes forward.
I would agree.
Looking ahead for Hershey, their next game is at Chambersburg coming up on the 14th. And at the line again is Natalie Obel. She is 2 out of 3 tonight.
And for a team that started so slow, Cedar Cliff's really picked it up since that second quarter on.
She's going to miss her second shot here. But they get the ball back, and now you can really just milk the clock out. You don't need to take another shot all night.
You really don't. See, look at that. They're just going to be patient. They know with a 10-point lead, they don't have to do anything. 2 minutes here in the third quarter. So really about 10 minutes left in this whole game.
Yeah, you're in the deep freeze now.
Yeah, you can freeze that thing. You don't have to do anything. Got to make Hershey come and get you.
So they're running just a little weave now.
Look at that weave, that patience in the weave.
And everybody just goes down and replaces each other.
That's all you got to do. Keep ball movement and keep floor spacing. See how well the floor is spaced.
Coach Ford deciding if he wants to foul here. 11 points, 10-point lead rather, 1:40 to go. You really have to decide who you're going to foul right now. And now you're running out of time to do even that. You got to foul the first person you can.
Well, the other thing you can do too, if you're Hershey, you can take a chance at switching. Sometimes I tell my guys, just switch off it real quick, keep the ball to a side, and that can start some pressure. But you know, you don't have all that in early in the year.
And right now, Jeff Thompson on the baseline, this is where you really work on an aspect of your game, a time and score aspect, which is so important.
And Cedar Cliff is doing an excellent job of moving the ball. They have all game, and they've been patient, very patient all game. But Eliana Hosey is auditioning for player of the game, that's for sure.
She really is.
No
4 out of 4 from the line so far. She has just been rock solid, make it 5 out of 5.
That's how you win games in the Keystone.
And Hosey looking pretty good here tonight. Said she was a 3-point shooter. Well, she's done it 3 times here tonight. 16 points.
Cedar Cliff is 7 for 8 from the foul line. I mean, that's impressive. That's how you actually.
Hey, but Olivia Bratton says, I'm not done yet. Got a good foul up as Coulter runs the floor, and that's what you love to see. Your big run in the floor and following up with a missed shot.
You got to follow up.
So heading to the line will be Anna Coulter, the 5'10 sophomore. 38-26, 12-point lead right now for Cedar Cliff. Coulter, up, no good. Coulter with 8 points tonight. That's her first time in the free throw line. Zakovic comes in, and Zuge will check out. And Zuge, that was a big number tonight. Averaged 8.3 a game, didn't get any. Now Coach Moore over there is saying, as soon as the ball's in, we want to get a foul. Second one up by Coulter, not going to go. Good hustle there, keeping it alive. Carlson. And finally, a look to the outside. Olivia Bratton with her first points of the night. She gets a 3 and cuts it back to 9 points. Timeout on the floor. We'll take a quick one. We'll come right back. 59.3 seconds to go. This is High School Sports Live TV on ABC 27.
I got the phone call that every parent dreads. Our beautiful 19-year-old daughter Peyton had died. Sudden cardiac arrest had ended her precious young life. This #1 killer of student athletes and leading cause of death on school campuses attacked our family. Many heart conditions that can lead to sudden cardiac arrest aren't found during routine physicals. That's why the Peyton Walker Foundation provides free heart screenings for teens. Help prevent sudden cardiac arrest in your family. Visit PeytonWalker.org.
Hershey. Welcome back to Hershey High School. The next game coming up for Cedar Cliff will be at Bishop McDevitt. That'll be 7:30, and that is going to be coming up on the 17th. And then, as we said earlier, at Chambersburg on the 14th for Hershey. So both teams hitting the road again and getting out there and playing. This division this year, by the way, this Keystone division, what a grinder this one is. Great coaching, good solid play.
It's going to be balanced. I mean, I'm impressed with the Susquehanna Township 3-0. They really put it on Redland the other day. Mechanicsburg picked to win the division. I like what I see in these Cedar Cliff Hershey teams. They're not going to be an easy out. You know, Lower Dolphin, well coached, always a good girls team. Hey, but one thing I want to add is Hershey has got to find one solve for a problem. They're 5 for 12 for the game from the foul line.
Yeah.
That's big points that were missed opportunities tonight.
Right away, you're going to get a timeout called, and that's going to be by Cedar Cliff Scott Wyan. We'll keep it right here. Jeff, you know, you look at the two teams tonight, kind of size them up for us a little bit going forward. Obviously, Cedar Cliff's going to win this when they're up by 9. It looks like they're going to win it. With 57.7 to go, I don't want to call it in yet. But, you know, size up the two teams and what you've seen so far here this evening.
Well, I think both teams did a pretty nice job running their offense. Hershey, the problem with Hershey is they only had 2 scorers there until about the last 20 seconds ago, and Olivia scored a bucket. I'm very impressed with Cedar Cliff. Their point guard's obviously very good, but there's a lot of leadership out there. 4 or 5 girls are really do a nice job when they get a lead. So when they get a lead, they'll be tough to beat.
Now, I'm really impressed with Ryan Karcher as a sophomore and the poise that she shows out there. But I'm very impressed with Hosey. I think she's just done a great job of handling the ball and finding her scoring opportunities.
And I said early on, I thought like she was a firecracker. And I said earlier in the year, you got to find that leader we talked about in our pregame. And I knew there was a spark in her, athletically speaking. You could see it. She's definitely would be my player of the game if it goes as where it is now.
They're guarding up with the ball here, so if you want to, you could actually throw it to Hosey. She's going to be the first one to get to it down court. No one back. So if you wanted to run a play here, you throw it over the top.
I would easily do that, and I mean, you're going to beat her, or you take her, bring her back real hard. I mean, if Hosey even noticed that. And I talked about Hershey maybe breaking the press on the other side this way with a 1-4 look.
Well, they won it in her hands, and they did it the safe way. They just screened for her and got it on the baseline. So Hosey's going to go back to the free throw line and try to up her numbers here.
I got her at 14 for the night.
I actually have her at 16 now.
16, okay.
Night, yeah.
This does too. Get caught up in the game sometimes.
She has 16, which is the same number I believe Carlson has right now. And so she has a chance to become the lead scorer for the night. Shot is up, good. We said that a few times tonight for the free throw line. In fact, we've said it 6 times so far because she hasn't missed anything.
Unbelievable. What a step up in this. This is how you step up in the Keystone.
And a junior. And make that, how about again, rattle that one down. So 18 points on the night for Ileana Hosey. An 11-point lead, 54 seconds to play. Don't forget we have our Giant post-game show coming up. Our Commonwealth Starter Academy play of the game has a nice running one-hander in there by Carlson, and she continues to score. And she has 18 for the evening as well.
And just some takeaways, if you don't mind, I'd say, Gary, from the game. It's early in the season. Unfortunately, it's a Keystone loss for one of the sides of the team being Hershey, but there's a lot of positives to draw off. Number one, too, I think this is where you start looking as a team and go, we've got a money player in 24 in Carlson, and what you do is your offense just starts catering down the crunch time, knowing who possession and who gets the ball in their hands. And Gary, we talked about that a little bit, and I think that's development, don't you, through the season as it develops?
I do, and I think you're identifying players right now that are going to be key players in your runs throughout the season. Hey, we got a long season in front.
Right.
Jeff, you're seeing some good development here on the court tonight by both teams, but particularly, I think you made a point earlier, the pedigree of this Cedar Cliff program right now. They may have a lot of new players, but I'll tell you what, the pedigree of it, you can see they do the little things maybe a little bit better at this point.
Yeah, and I think they expected to win the game, and they became very confident when they got the lead. They shot with confidence the second, third, and fourth quarters.
Well, that 15-point run in the second quarter really led them. They were down 9-1 and never seemed like they batted an eye. And that pressure, ever-present pressure, got them a nice little flurry there.
Big key in this game is they held Hershey to no points in the second quarter. Coaching staffs are going to talk about that.
Put it right back in the hands of, and that was a nice play there. Hosey was the inbounder, then she curled off a screen and got the ball back. So Hosey's going to go back to the line with a chance to get 20 points.
And I talked about mentioning when a team makes a state run and you lose a whole lot of seniors, what does that do for your up-and-comers? Well, they get their season extended too. Emery Cook used to talk about that when I was his assistant, and I talked about that with my players. Right, Gary? I mean, in the Columbia days, you extend the next generation by going further into the state playoffs.
Exactly. And the more you can play, the more experience you have. And here we go. Perfect for the night for the line. How about that? I think we can safely say she has a pretty good chance of being our player of the game, our Hoffman Ford player of the game. 20 points tonight for Ileana Hosey. And then a good rebound underneath again. That young lady has played hard tonight. We're talking about Anna Coulter, the sophomore. She has 10 points.
So good, solid numbers on both sides. A good game. Somehow, at some stretch of the night, when you go scoreless in the second quarter, the game got away from Hershey right there.
I like the job, though, that Ron Moore is doing over there.
Definitely.
I mean, he's got these kids playing hard. They're believing. And that's the first miss all night long. She's kind of looked and smiled.
She went perfect, guys. She went perfect from the foul line, and she airballed one. That's why she smiled so big. How about it, Gary?
Yep.
Yeah, it happens.
Now she's 10 of 11.
10 of 11, one air ball. We'll take it.
Zugay, tough night offensively. I'll tell you, she's got a lot of good nights in front of her. And we're going to get another foul. And, you kind of wonder at this point where maybe the fouling.
Yeah.
But you know what? Here again, Ron Moore's working on game situations. He's saying, okay, there may be a night where this is a 1-point lead or a 2-point lead, and I'm working on that right now.
Cedar Cliff's going to go to 3-1 on the season. That'll drop Hershey to 2-2. Two solid teams here. They're going to make noise in the Keystones. They're going to be difficult outs for Lower Dauphin's and Mechanicsburg's and Susquehanna's at the top.
And both free throws missed there. Here comes Carlson. She's played a wonderful game tonight. She'll go to the basket one more time. Good left-handed movement. What a finish by Carlson. She's got 20.
Maybe this is something to build on, too. Let her get in the open floor and run a little bit,
Well, she definitely has a nose for the basket. Jeff Thompson, Carlson looking like the leader of this club here tonight. The junior has played a whale of a game.
Well, she takes it to the hole really strong. She that last drive, they just peeled out of the way.
She has 20 on the night too, guys.
She has 20 as well. That's exactly right. Now 21. Or is it 22 for Hosey now?
How impressed am I with Hosey's pickup on this game? She stayed quiet, reserved within the game. Boy, oh boy, would I give her a game ball after this one.
12 of 13. Ball tapped away underneath. And .3 seconds to go, and you get the foul called. The foul on Anna Coulter. And one more time, Natalie Ubel is going to go back to the other end to shoot a free throw. And she's had a good night. She's got 8 points, looking for number 9 and 10 here. So she is up no good on this one.
And then it's still unbelievable that Hershey's going to go 0-11 since 2014 against Cedar Cliff. Not tonight for them, unfortunately, for
So
Ron Moore's club.
Cedar Cliff is going to win it 45-35 to go to 3-1 overall, 2-0 in the league. For Hershey, 2-2. We're going to take a break. We'll come right back for our Giant post-game show. We'll have our Commonwealth Charter Academy play of the game and our Hoffman Ford player of the game right after this.
It's Black Friday savings all month long at Hoffman Ford. Zero money down, 0% financing, plus additional 1,000 Black Friday cash and over 350 vehicles. New 2019 Ford F-150 Super Crew. Lease from $189 a month or save up to $15,000 off MSRP for the best Black Friday deals.
Hoffman has it.
Hoffman Ford, just what you're looking for. Hoffman has it.
Groff Tractor is your full-line equipment dealer representing Case Construction and many other leading brands, serving the total sales, rentals, parts, and service needs of its customers. Groff Tractor paves the way for your project from start to finish. With 6 locations, Groff Tractor is always nearby your equipment needs. Groff Tractor also offers scheduled maintenance along with 24/7 emergency service. Groff Tractor is your #1 source for everything under construction.
Under a new state law, all electronics must be recycled.
Welcome to the Dauphin County Recycling Center, where recycling is quick, easy, and free.
You may recycle appliances or even cell phones.
We're open 6 days a week, and recycling is as easy as 1, 2, 3.
Contact our helpful staff at the Recycling Center or visit our website for more information.
Help us protect our planet, because tomorrow does matter.
Here's the deal. Toddlers are expensive.
Strawberries.
Especially ones with opinions. Today, she loves strawberries. Tomorrow, it's apples. But at Giant, I can get everything from strawberries to apples to,
Kiwi.
To kiwi, without taking a bite out of my budget. Where'd you learn kiwi?
Everything you need at prices you'll love. That's a combination you'll only find at Giant.
Save big on sweet blueberries or blackberries. This week, buy one, get one free.
Welcome back to our Giant post-game show. And we're going to have our Commonwealth Charter Academy play of the game and our Hoffman Ford player of the game. The final, Cedar Cliff wins 45-35 over Hershey here in a Keystone matchup. But let's take a look first of all at our Commonwealth Charter Academy play of the game. And here you go.
You just got a lot of good inside, outside move, a nice little left hook off the glass. And that's what they did all night very effectively when they made their run. When Cedar Cliff made that run, they went 5 foot away, and that was the difference.
Megan Schrader getting great position down in there. That's our Commonwealth Academy play of the game. And our our Hoffman Ford player of the game, rather. Well, no secret here. Ileana Hosey wearing number 4 tonight, the guard for Cedar Cliff High School with 23 points. And let's see how she did it. Didn't get her first point to the second quarter, but when she did, she took off. And that was the opening 3 of the game for her. 1 of 3. And then this, 12 out of 13 for the free throw line tonight. She was dynamite.
She just exhibited confidence once she got going, and she did it quietly. She didn't force anything, and she just let the game come to her, and I thought, what a playmaker. I'd give her a game ball in that locker room tonight.
What a nice stroke, and Jeff, she did a great job here tonight, setting her feet, driving, handling the basketball, playing good defense, walking out with 23 points, and she is our Hoffman Ford player of the game.
Well, she took the lid off the basket there in the second quarter, and it was Katie bar the door after that.
Yeah. We were talking about who's going to find the outside. Well, Ileana Hosey said, choose me, coach, and she took it on home for him tonight. A good team effort by Cedar Cliff. Hosey leads him with 23 points. 20 points on the other end. in a losing effort by Zoe Carlson, but an outstanding game there and a lot to build on there for Coach Moore. We're going to get ready for our boys game here, but we are heading to the break right now. We'll be back with more. It's High School Sports Live TV on ABC 27.3. Your final again, Cedar Cliff 45, Hershey 35.
I'm excited to be here at the Commonwealth Charter Academy here with Dr. Maurice Fleury. This program has come a long way. The AgWorks Center behind us is the most unique facility in the United States. It is the largest, but more importantly, it is effective. Talk about the aquaponics program here and how unique it is to your program.
Well, sure. Well, one thing that makes CCA unique is we're a public school, K-12, but our education is online. But we feel we have a responsibility to the family because we view ourselves as a family service organization. And one of those primary responsibilities is to have a student prepared for a career after they leave us. It's not just a walk across the stage with a diploma. So AgWorks here, based out of Harrisburg, is part of our CCA Works program to help students get real-world experiences for the careers that are available now and in the future.
I think the most impressive part of this program is, and it might not happen in normal, regular bricks and mortar education, where kids get connected after high school, internships, jobs. Talk about that.
Well, what we do is we build partnerships with for-profit businesses, not-for-profit businesses, higher ed, other school systems, so kids can get real-life, hands-on experiences. It's not just reading it out of a textbook or some kind of a mock-up demonstration. It's really putting them out in the industries that they may be in when they gain full employment after they go through a training program. So it really gives them a true taste and a true flavor of what that occupation may be.
You have some great things on the horizon. You're working on a TechWorks program and a MedWorks program. And me having a daughter who's involved, a senior in high school, involved in wanting to be a nurse someday, kids that want to go into the medical field. So talk about the forecast for TechWorks first.
We're in the process of outfitting TechWorks near Pittsburgh. A lot of tech businesses in the Pittsburgh region, it made sense to locate it there. So instead of seeing banana trees and kale and lettuce and orange trees, you're going to see drones, you're going to see cybersecurity, telecommunications, holographic technology in TechWorks. A lot of different tech fields. MedWorks, which is going to be located near the Philadelphia region in Pennsylvania, exact same format, but it's going to be professions around medicine, whether it be research, whether it be true medical professions like physician's assistant, nursing programs, that type of stuff. It's all pre-programs to help students pick how they want to train after high school for a profession.
Wow. How can a student sign up for Commonwealth Charter Academy? How can they access this kind of schooling and possibly apply for their young person to be a part of this program?
It's really simple. It's an online application process at ccaeducate.me. The only requirement is you have to be of school age. So you have to be between kindergarten and be able to reach a diploma by the age of 21, so any of those age ranges, and you have to be a resident of Pennsylvania. And because we're a public school, it's free to the family. We send all the technology into the home, we pay for the internet connection into the home, and all curriculum materials are sent to the home.
What about a kid who wants to stay involved in the local extracurriculars like the band and be a part of the football, basketball, or field hockey team? Is that possible for a kid that comes through Commonwealth Charter Academy?
Actually, it is. Pennsylvania treats charter school students like homeschool students. So even a student that's enrolled with us can be on the football team, the basketball team, the cheerleading squad in their local brick and mortar school.
This is an awesome opportunity. Commonwealth Charter Academy, it keeps growing, it keeps improving, and I think it's one of the most unique opportunities that we have in Pennsylvania for Pennsylvania students.
These past few years have been tough on all of us. You worry about the economy, your job, your savings. You may even have given up on your dream of owning your own home. But don't give up just yet. We're PHFA, we help people realize their dreams of owning their own home with features like competitive interest rates, down payment and closing cost assistance, and even free home ownership counseling. PHFA can make your dream of home ownership finally come true. Find us on the web or call us to find out how.
I'm Brian Hudson, and we're PHFA. Welcome home.
It may be the holidays, but it's also the year-end clearance sale at Hoffman Ford. Huge clearance sale pricing on all new 2019s. Up to $16,500 off MSRP on a new 2019 Ford F-150 XLT. Or lease a new 2019 Ford F-150 from $199 a month. Huge year-end clearance savings.
Hoffman has it.
Hoffman Ford, just what you're looking for. Hoffman has it.
Here's the deal. Toddlers are expensive.
Strawberries.
Especially ones with opinions. Today, she loves strawberries. Tomorrow, it's apples. But at Giant, I can get everything from strawberries to apples to,
Kiwi.
To kiwi, without taking a bite out of my budget. Where'd you learn kiwi?
Everything you need at prices you'll love. That's a combination you'll only find at Giant.
Save big on sweet blueberries or blackberries. This week, buy one, get one free.
My father years ago told me, own your own business. That was my inspiration. And February 1st of 1996, we opened up as Capital Region Insurance Agency.
Throughout my entire life, seeing my dad how successful he was and learning the way he was actually able to communicate with people and help them, whatever their needs may be, it made me want to get more involved. I'm most proud of helping continue my dad's legacy, helping the surrounding communities, businesses, and families.
We try to wow our customers, let them know that we are here for them. If they can't get into our office, we would take the time and go visit them. This really differentiates ourselves from the 1-800 who do you get? Whether it's financial services, auto, home, life, commercial, we hold their hands, bring them through the process. We let them understand that we know what we're doing and they feel comfortable when they leave here.
I think it makes it more personal and more family-oriented, definitely more of a friendly environment.
What I'm most proud of is the hard work, and it's enabled me to ensure clients, to provide protection for them, to let them sleep well at night.
Under a new state law, all electronics must be recycled.
Welcome to the Dauphin County Recycling Center, where recycling is quick, easy, and free.
You may recycle appliances or even cell phones.
We're open 6 days a week, and recycling is as easy as 1, 2, 3.
Contact our helpful staff at the Recycling Center or visit our website for more information.
Help us protect our planet, because tomorrow does matter.
High School Sports Live, in partnership with ABC 27 News, is proud to present the Cedar Cliff Colts and home team Hershey Trojans here on High School Sports Live TV. This broadcast is brought to you by our premier sponsor, the Pennsylvania Housing Finance Agency. And tonight, and all season long, we want to pay special tribute to Greg Mace, who passed away recently and was not only a legend in South Central PA for his sports journalism and broadcasting High School Sports Live. High School Sports Live owes its very existence to Greg Mace. He was instrumental in partnering with Charlie Fortney to help High School Sports Live get on live TV. So we honor Greg Mace today because every young player that has received recognition and exposure on these broadcasts, and every young player that will receive exposure in the future, will do so because of Greg's love and passion for making this happen. To the Mace family, we send our condolences and vow as a program to honor Greg and all he did to help High School Sports Live TV get on ABC 27.3. I'm Gary Sutton, and alongside of me tonight, the two coaches, Todd McCall and Jeff Thompson, as we get ready for the boys' part of this doubleheader. It's Cedar Cliff coming in here tonight. They are 2-0, 1-0 in the Keystone so far. Hershey coming in here at 1-2, but also 1-0 in the Keystone so far. And first of all, let's talk a little bit about Cedar Cliff. And Tom, when we talk about Cedar Cliff, we talk about Joey Zaworski, a senior at 6'3".
At 6'3", he's the playmaker, but more importantly, he's the guy that just keeps the drive going in Cedar Cliff. He gets that in and out of transition very well, and he hits key players in transition when they need the ball.
Nick Strait wears number 22. He's a junior at 6'3" as well. We saw him do some good things last year, too.
What I'm most impressed by, Strand, is the fact that he runs the floor so well. He extends plays. He makes what is called varsity plays. Those are extensions, long arms, but when he's in the open court, he's got to have the ball in his hands.
And for Hershey on the other side, Jeff Thompson, Jackson Mascari's been scoring a lot of points, but the big question is, with 4 of their top 8 guards out for the season, or at least out for a while right now, who's going to score in addition to Mascari?
Well, it's got to be Mascari. He plays just like assistant coach Ron Greer, but he's the guy that stirs their drink.
And he's 6'3". He's a junior. He's a guard. Let's take time right now for our national anthem.
Past few years have been tough on all of us. You worry about the economy, your job, your savings. You may even have given up on your dream of owning your own home. But don't give up just yet. We're PHFA. We help people realize their dreams of owning their own home with features like competitive interest rates, down payment and closing cost assistance, and even free home ownership counseling. PHFA can make your dream of home ownership finally come true. Find us on the web or call us to find out how.
I'm Brian Hudson, and we're PHFA. Welcome home.
It may be the holidays, but it's also the year-end clearance sale at Hoffman Ford. Huge clearance sale pricing on all new 2019s. Up to $16,500 off MSRP on a new 2019 Ford F-150 XLT. Or lease a new 2019 Ford F-150 from $199 a month. Huge year-end clearance savings.
Hoffman has it.
Hoffman Ford, just what you're looking for. Hoffman has it.
We'll talk about it.
Hi, Mrs. Torres.
Hey, Stephanie. Actually, you know what? Let me get those.
Introducing Giant Direct.
Thank you.
Everything you need, handpicked and fresh, direct from us to you. Try it free and save $20 on orders of $75 or more. Enter bananas at checkout.
Welcome back to Hershey High School. We're getting ready for this boys Keystone matchup here. 2-0, Cedar Cliff coming in 1-0 in the Keystone, and on the other side, we've got Hershey, the homestanding boys here tonight. The Trojans 1-2, but 1-0 with a big win the other night over Mechanicsburg. And we are ready to get this underway, and we'll talk about this developing as we get started here. Your officials for tonight, Chris Foltz, Vince Peace, and Nate Weems.
Real excited for this Keystone matchup. And I look for both teams to try to get out up and down right away, and the pace of the game needs to be controlled, more importantly, by Hershey.
Well, Hershey, as we said earlier, the story there, and I know Coach Blackburn is asking for no help with this, but Luke Reed, Ryan Collard, Joey Corrado was here last year. He's not here, and Kyle Ham out on surgery. Reed and Collar out for a month, both of them. They'll be back, and Corrado will be playing next year. He's a manager right now. So you got 4 big players out who were starters, and so you're blending a brand new crew there tonight.
Exactly. And, you know, this is early on in the game. You're going to find out who's going to step up in these big conference matchups in the Keystone, because you can't really afford to slip and go 2 games down in a conference. Matt Musselman picks his second foul up already. 9 seconds have ticked off the clock. Hershey struggling also getting the ball in, out of bounds.
There's some serious heat right now for the Colts.
2 good coaches tonight, both of us, and Paul Blackburn, really just a guy that's just been a staple in the Keystone Division, played at Carlisle, and then Ty Saverhole, who's done a great job with his Colts program.
Good defense here by Cedar Cliff. And then a strong move to the basket. Going up hard with it is Dom Mattis, and he'll get fouled.
That's what Mattis is going to have to do. You're going to have to find ways to score. Hershey down some of their key players here a little bit, building into this bench.
So the foul on Nick Strain, that'll be his first, team third.
Zach Miller inside, look at that, finds an easy bucket.
Hey, Zach Miller did a nice job of getting his place in there and puts it up.
He's only a sophomore at 6'5".
They get a good look downtown. Not going to go. Off the hands of Kuza.
Yeah, Kuza likes to take that shot. That was a decent look out of the half court.
Marcus Sweeney, a freshman, handling the ball out there, so he's going to get a baptism under fire. Tad Enico Sweeney, a pretty good player for York High years ago. There's one of those get refocused kind of passes early, right?
That happens right away. You'll refocus quickly.
There you see the head coach, Ty Savercool.
Savercool has a nice Christmas festive sweater on. The ugly sweater. I don't want to do that. Maybe he means well with it.
Nice block going down the lane by Zach Miller. Zach Miller looks to be one of those guys that plays well with it himself. Holds his feet, doesn't make a lot of dumb mistakes.
It's only a sophomore.
Nice pass inbounds. Will not go off the hands of Zavorsky. Put back up, and there's Miller with a rebound. Sweeney's going to get tested tonight by Charlie Warner out there.
I would agree.
Oh, you don't leave your feet. You saw Jackson Muscari. I remember Dick Harder used to say, who coached Penn and coached Charlotte Hornets for a while, he said, if you're going to fly, join the Air Force, you're going to play basketball, stay down. And he said, right there, you go up in the air, you're helpless. One step inside that foul line.
Strain goes back door real well.
Again, you like the discipline. Good screen on the ball here. Hunter Kuza with a three, all off a nice drive, a screen on the ball, and a kick to the corner for a nice rhythm three.
Yep, movement. Offensive movement's what got that shot.
So they're coming after Sweeney right there.
Missed that mic and drill Charlie Warner did.
I'll tell you what, I was going to say that's a foul eventually.
Strain really showing hustle on the floor.
Yeah, Cohen Stover getting on the floor there for Hershey, but he gets a foul. His first, team second. 3-2 here early. Kuza, far side, not going to get it.
Kuza's not afraid to put it up early here.
Here goes Sweeney testing the waters in the middle there. But a long look from Cohen Stover. And the ball will go out of bounds.
We're going to get our first look at Nick Peters coming in the game to give Hauser a rest. Nick Peters is a senior. He's 6'11", Germany student transfer to Cedar Cliff here this year, and anxious to see him get his, some of these early actions here in the Keystone Division.
You'll see him play out here in the perimeter a little bit. He moves pretty well. He's not going to be your normal 6'11" guy you've seen. Another look from Kuza, not going to go. Good job of kicking the ball far side. How about that for an easy one right away? As Peter says, here I am. And I'll I'll tell you what, ran the court and finished it off pretty well.
Do you see how he ran it? He ran it like very European style. He got up the floor very well.
3-2, 4:07 to go in the first quarter. We'll take a timeout. It's High School Sports Live TV on ABC 27.3.
These past few years have been tough on all of us. You worry about the economy, your job, your savings. You may even have given up on your dream of owning your own home. But don't give up just yet. We're PHFA. We help people realize their dreams of owning their own home with features like competitive interest rates, down payment and closing cost assistance, and even free home ownership counseling. PHFA can make your dream of home ownership finally come true. Find us on the web or call us to find out how.
I'm Brian Hudson, and we're PHFA. Welcome home.
Welcome back. High School Sports Live TV on ABC 27.3 here at Hershey High School, and Cedar Cliff has 5 right now to 2 for Hershey. We'll get that board corrected there. But I'll tell you what, Mr. Peters into the game looked pretty good for his first run down the floor there, Jeff.
Well, he's a big drink of water, and that was quite some gentleman's dunk for his first touch.
Well, I'll tell you what, I like the way he ran the floor. He looked pretty smooth, and he looked like a guard. He didn't look like any center down there.
Yeah, I watched the last game that they played in the Keystone. I watched him run the floor, and that's the thing Cedar Cliff does very well in transition. They run the floor. I don't think we had, do we have the clock set? Oh.
Well, we're going to do it again here. So the full court pressure here from Cedar Cliff. Last time now they double team Sweeney. Let's see if they do it again. Paul Blackburn, the coach of Hershey. Ty Saberpool is the head coach of Cedar Cliff. We need some help.
Yeah, they're going to keep the ball out of Sweeney's hands. It's a good idea. Make the other guys bring it up.
Here's Jackson Mascari. Over to Stover. Mascari with an awfully tough shot, and Peters brings it down.
He can't seem to find his touch tonight. I even watched him a little bit in warm-ups. These are tough rims here at Hershey. I got to be honest with you.
Boy, Cedar Cliff moves the ball quickly, huh? Trying to post Peters up down there. Peters being guarded by Dom Mattis, who only gives away 7 inches.
Good move by Zaborski, but he missed that left-hand layup. Then he just didn't get off that square, Gary.
See, they're really trying to put the heat on Sweeney out front. Foul's going to be on Werner, but I think Coach Saberpool sent the message early. You're going to see a lot of heat all night.
Oh, yeah. And they're going to play an up-tempo game. They've got the ability to do that. They've got kids that run the floor well.
The only problem is you don't want to be fouling. Fouling negates hustle.
Yeah.
Certainly Werner was hustling hard on that play. Problem right now for Mascari is he's not getting points out of anything but his individual ability. He's trying to do that instead of out of the offense.
Right. And Strand's doing a great job. Nick Strand's doing a great job defensively on him.
Good pass, baseline, rattles out, throwing it back out front, it goes. There's Mascari. See another throw up there. Not really a good type of shot to finish. Another look, still cold. Finally hauled in by Werner.
This is what Strand does, open court.
There you see Strand with no straight getting down there for an easy deuce. He's got 2, team's got 7.
Yeah, he just runs the floor. That's transition, that's varsity style, push the ball.
And he didn't force the issue. He just took his time, had a little Euro step there, maybe.
Yeah.
There you are. You catch the ball underneath. You turn around, the 6'11 guy's waiting for you. Sweeney misses.
Pace of the game benefits Cedar Cliff right now, not Hershey, Gary.
And Hershey is not able to get anything inside so far, and not hitting anything from the outside as we see a walk here.
That's a good call. Zaborski got inside and took an extra step.
I'm sure Peters was looking over and saying, what was wrong with that? Over in our country, that's all right.
Yeah.
He didn't take 4.
That's a Euro-and-a-half step. You know?
One of the things they said that Peters is having a tough time with beating Germany is he's used to play with a clock.
Yes, the shot clock.
And so when he comes down, he's not used to playing and saying, we can take as much time as we want.
Yeah, he's ready. And I've always talked about shot clock. I know you don't like that. I've always thought it should be part of the high school game.
Look at this. Went right at Peters, though, but
look at the outlet.
Cedar Cliff is on the run right now. Pull-up shot, not going to go. Rebound, Davey Lloyd in there. Jeff, it looks to me right now Hershey's caught up in a game they're not ready to play just yet.
Well, Cedar Cliff certainly sped them up, but also Cedar Cliff has 5 fouls, so they might be putting Hershey to the foul line in a minute or two.
Well, but that's really not the factor here so far. What you have right now is you have a team that's running and Hershey trying to keep up, and it's not working out too well.
They've got to slow this pace down. This pace will not benefit them right now.
Here's Muscari. Muscari being guarded well out there by Zavorsky.
Very good man-to-man defense by Cedar Cliff. They're keeping their play in front of him. Bump on Zavarsky, though. They're going to get him for a foul, right, Gary?
Got a foul called here. That'll be the first on Trenton Smith. And it'll be the 16th foul now against, make that not Trenton Smith, but Zavorsky, rather. So Zavorsky picks up the foul. 16th foul. Next one, they'll be in the 1-on-1. And we are still in the first quarter, 113. So Jeff had that one down.
Blue ball getting an opportunity. 52.
Boy, Zavorsky just covering Muscari like a blanket. And the problem is you're not getting anything elsewhere. You get a little happy step there. It's going to be called on Ethan Leach.
Yeah, Leach stuttered a step there. He got a little excited before he put the ball on the floor.
So hard when you have a lot of young guys right now. And again, 4 guards who you kind of planned on this year who aren't playing here at the moment. So a lot of people getting their baptism in a hard way.
Well, by fire. That's what the early season does. Impressed really with Ty's team here, man. Cliff moving the ball well defensively. Play tough defense.
So Paul Blackburn puts Sweeney on the bench right now. We'll see if Muscari takes over.
This is what Charlie Warner can do right there. Pull-up.
What a great pull-up off 2 bounces. His first deuce of the night.
Charlie's only a sophomore, guys. That's what I've been impressed with.
So 36 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Hershey down 9-2 right now and desperately in need of a bucket.
Look at this D. Look at this effort.
They're running a little delay game right now here, looking for that last shot.
And maybe not a bad thing to limit possessions that Cedar Cliff gets. Hershey in their half-court offense.
They're very disciplined running it. Now Muscari's the one they want to take the last shot. 10 seconds coming up here. Muscari being covered hard, and they throw the ball away. And Paul Blackbird's greatest fear was, who's going to get us points outside of Jackson Muscari?
Yeah, and you could see that a little bit. Just trying to find, Coach Blackburn does so much in these situations. I cannot tell you what kind of coach this guy is. He's an outstanding, great coach.
Charlie Warner kicks it. You got a final 3 to look. Not going to go. Muscari off his hands. Save. 9-2 at the end of the first quarter. Cedar Cliff leads it. We'll take a break. We'll come right back for quarter number 2. It's High School Sports Live TV on ABC 27.3.
This year, High School Sports Live is partnering with Capital Region Insurance Agency and AT&T to bring awareness to distracted driving. Each game will feature the Capital Region Insurance Agency and AT&T student section and ask students to consider Capital Region's challenge to young drivers that a text or a call can wreck it all. AT&T is challenging students to join millions who have taken the pledge to drive distraction-free as part of It Can Wait campaign. To learn more, visit itcanwait.com.
Players from all over South Central Pennsylvania and beyond are trying out for TPA-AAU. Go to www.tpa.com to see all the players who have received college placements. Also sign up for spring AAU tryouts. Your player will play at the top events in their age group and be placed at the appropriate competition level. TPA is the place to be. If you want to play college basketball or make great improvements in your game, sign up for TPA. Go to www.tpa.com. Advanced Hoops Winter Program is featuring a middle school boys basketball league and a skill builder for youth from 5 to 10 years old. Players are exposed to professional coaches like Archie Smith Jr., Gerald Jarman, Duke McCamey, and many more. Advanced Hoops leads with top trainers. Go to www.advancedhoops.com to get signed up right away. The program starts this Saturday and Sunday. So we get ready for the second quarter to start here. 9-2 so far. Cedar Cliff looking very, very tough for the first quarter.
Yeah, they were 4 for 13 from the field, whereas Hershey was 1 for 10. You know what that was? That was defense is what that was.
Check in with Jeff Thompson, his impression of the first quarter.
Charlie Warner really did a nice job defensively heading up on the ball, but overall their defense was outstanding.
But how about some credit also for Savorsky there, the job he did on Jackson Mascari, who was shut out so far. And speaking of defense, how about that little piece of defense there by Davey Lloyd into the game?
Got to play all sides of the ball. Both sides.
This is a guard's dream.
Look at that.
You guys see that? That should be the play of the game, guys, right? There's Charlie Warner again, and Charlie Warner lets it go. Not going to go anywhere, but off the rim and out of bounds. The ball belongs to Hershey. So now they got Mascari handing the basketball.
Yeah, and I was wondering if that might be, just to relieve that pressure, because that's giving them fits to get the ball over half court.
Well, they're kind of doing it by committing now. It's their passing, a motion-type offense. Mascari backdoor and a strong move. Look at that. Peters out of nowhere to block it.
Now here's what Cedar Cliff does well. Transition.
And a good rebound getting back from Mascari. And Strain up in his face.
Mascari's got to be real careful throwing the elbow.
Yeah.
I mean, he did lift it.
Don't want to do that. For Strain, that's foul number 2.
See that, just an effort, and just
that could have been a foul call to Mascari very easily.
Yeah. This might get Zakari going from the foul line a little bit.
So he gets his first points of the night at the foul line. So 9-3 now as Jackson Mascari will get a second look.
Zakari has to get in the game here. He's got to get his team going.
Mascari up. This one will not go. Ball loose. Knocked out of there nicely by Trenton Smith in the game, a 5'9" sophomore.
Good baseline pass.
There's Peters just gathering it in, but loses it. So another foul, this time again in the backcourt, and this one's going to go up against Trenton Smith, his first teammate.
Yeah, Hershey handles this advantage. 8 fouls on Cedar Cliff here in the first quarter.
Let me correct myself there. Trenton Smith with 2 fouls. Sorry, John.
Yeah, not a problem, not a problem. This is going to put Zakari through the line a lot, and, because the game's physical and Cedar Cliff playing that intense defense, they're picking up foul trouble a little bit early here.
Well, Ty Sabercall over there talking and said, hey, you don't foul a guy 50 feet from the basket.
Right. Just gives him an easy one.
Yeah, you don't want a guy that's been having a tough time getting a free shot to get free shots with nobody in his face.
And he's 3 for 4 from the foul line now.
So they cut it back to 4 points now this Hershey with 6:43 to go here until halftime. I remember we watched Cedar Cliff against Redland last year. They hadn't won a game yet, and we looked at them move the ball, and we said, this team hasn't won a game.
Yeah.
I think they blew out Redland by it was like 70-some to 39 or something. But I watched the team. I said, who handles the ball like that and doesn't win a game? There's Peters, 6'11" guy popping it from the corner. Now inside, and Peters just easy one. Nice pass in there, and Peters for his 4th point of the game.
You see he's got the ability to step outside from the European game and hit it, but he missed it and then went back inside. They got a nice, easy look for the big guy.
I wonder what that's like up there, standing still and just kind of laying the ball up and never leaving your feet.
Would that not feel nice?
And of course, the last 6'11" guy I guess we saw was over in Trinity a couple years ago.
Trumpy and those guys, they've had some size in the years past. I mean, I had to face them with with size all through my Susquehanna career playing Trinity. They always had big guys.
Paul Blackburn always teaching over there.
Oh, yeah.
One thing you see from Peters so far, he doesn't look like he really wants to play with his back to the basket too much.
Yeah, he's a finesse player. He likes to be around the arc. He likes to move around, and you can see the physicalness inside. What Hershey's doing a good job of it. They're putting a body on him, and they're pushing him out of there.
Here's Sweetie back in there now, point guard. Oh, great backdoor. Really fundamental backdoor move that time, and that's good move by Davey Lloyd, who's showing you a little verve in the game.
Davey Lloyd, the junior, gets a nice, easy bucket, 11-7. Hershey kind of weathered that that cold storm there in the first quarter.
Pulled back in. Peters thought about it for a moment. Strong move. The basket will not go. Mascari pulls it down.
Zavorsky finding a little trouble scoring here early on.
Good takeaway by Zavorsky. Hard to the basket. Zavorsky's going to miss it. Yanked down there by Miller, but a foul call on the play.
Mascari
picks up his second foul. That is not a foul that Paul Blackburn wanted to see. We'll take a timeout on the floor. It's 4:36 to go here until halftime. 11-7. Cedar Cliff leads it on High School Sports Live TV on ABC 27.3.
It may be the holidays, but it's also the year-end clearance sale at Hoffman Ford. Huge clearance sale pricing on all new 2019s. Up to $16,500 off MSRP on a new 2019 Ford F-150 XLT. Or lease a new 2019 Ford F-150 from $199 a month. Huge year-end clearance savings.
Hoffman has it.
Hoffman Ford, just what you're looking for. Hoffman has it.
And the coach, Jeff Thompson, traveling the sideline, the baselines. We see a few young would-be players here. Maybe they're already getting started. And Jeff, what are you seeing so far here? And 4:36 to go to halftime.
Well, it's a pretty nice answer by Hershey getting to the foul line. But I would agree, Mascari's got to watch it. He can't pick up his third foul, or they're in some deep water.
Well, he's staying in right now. So Mascari, who is a 6'3" junior, but plays beyond his years. It's one thing to play with a lot of excitement. It's another thing to maybe get in some, fouls that you don't want to get this early in the game.
Yeah. It's frustration, and it's kind of almost unnecessary.
Zavorsky up for his first points of the night. He is 6'3" senior. A lot of poise on this Cedar Cliff team you can see right now.
Yeah.
And you already know the story about the 4 starters being out for Paul Blackburn's team, but his team trying to develop that kind of poise.
Exactly.
Showing kind of a soft trap here again against Charlie Warner, right in the face of a young man learning to play that point guard spot, Sweeney. You kind of sense that there he's throwing his hand up again. Gotta watch that. Great pass underneath, and again, a good screen, fundamental basketball, and in for the easy two is Dom Mattis.
That was just a fundamental flex cut.
Wonderful pass by Mascari.
Mascari knew it was coming out.
What you see from Peters here, he's big, but he doesn't have to work. He's not working for his spot there too much. He's straight up.
No, and Ty Saberco, he went back with 2 bigs. He went back with Peters and Hausers, the sophomore and the senior, to go high-lows with the big guys.
One of the things you want to do with that big guy is to get more athletic position. And he's standing straight up right now like a willow. I know Coach Saberco will probably working on teaching him that post play a little bit, which he hasn't probably had to use that much in the past.
Probably not. I really do think he's probably a wing, runs the 3 probably in Germany,
There's Mascari again at the line. All his points from there so far, he's 4 out of 5. So the fouling has definitely hurt Cedar Cliff here in the second quarter. They have 9 team fouls to only 3 for Hershey. Mascari has made his last 4. He's now got 5 points here in the first half. 3:46 to go to halftime. Don't forget we'll have our Jack Giambalvo halftime report. With the hands lively on defense right now. And I'll tell you, Dom Mattis getting his hands in on that play.
Yeah, Mattis kind of stepping in, and Hershey right now just 2 points back with 3:36 here to play before half.
Hey, the Trojans are here to play. Good play underneath, though. Nice lay-in by Tyler Hauser. Hauser at 6'8", his first 2 tonight. He's only a sophomore. What a great move. Doozy move.
How about Mattis stepping up here tonight for Hershey? Exactly. Ooh, no foul call there. Big possession with a chance to tie here for Hershey. How about Charlie Warner sticking a hand in there and getting it? But and he's only a freshman. Sweeney's only a freshman. What that's doing, that's giving Mascari easy opportunities. That's putting him at the line, and he has struggled. Puts him to the line.
The Trojans are in double bonus. At the line, shoot to number 32, Jackson Cedar.
Foul line.
5 of 6 so far, make that 6 of 7 now. Does not have a field goal in the first half.
Yeah.
And is now 1 point away from getting his team tied up here at the half. Paul Blackburn said, I'd like to see a game in the 40s tonight. That would really benefit us. We don't want to see it get in the 50s, 60s. So far, his dream is coming true.
Well, yeah, and I thought the pace of the game was a little too quick at first, and Hershey settled down.
Yep.
And now, half court to half court.
6 straight free throws now by Jackson Mascari. He's got 7 points in the game. 1:55 to go.
Oh, I don't know. Yeah.
Tyler Hauser. And Zach Miller, I believe, is going to get the worst of it there. He gets his first foul.
Yeah,
he scored the opening 2 points. He hasn't really been involved since.
I've always been let the bigs play. Let them play. That's what that's what high school basketball is about.
All the way across court. Charlie Warner looks at the top.
They're going to call it again?
Foul underneath. And again, it's going to be called on the same guy, Zach Miller, and they could ill afford to have him out. Let's go down to Jeff Thompson.
Well, we talked about Nick Peters a lot, but Tyler Hauser's owning the game right now. Royal bloodlines for Tyler Hauser, and he is dominating.
Here's Hauser with a little 10-footer, and Hauser says, I can do it from there, too, and buries it.
Yeah, he has been the difference maker here in this tail end of the second quarter. But I think it's because Miller's not allowed to play physical inside. They're limiting Miller's opportunity to guard these guys.
Look at how Hershey's run their offense there. I mean, they're doing a great job of really passing, cutting, screening, backdoor cuts. And there you go. How about that? In for 2. Another great cut on the back door, and this time from Cohen Stover with his first deuce of the night. And Hershey has a chance to take the lead here with 1:17 to go in the first half. They're going to get the big guy out of there now as Miller will go to the bench. Back in will come Dom Mattis. So at the line, Cohen Stover, first time there tonight. And Stover up, Stover good. And the lead for Hershey, 2019 with 1:17 to go here in the first half, and a really neat game.
How about that? Well, we had a whistle, and I'm not sure.
Not sure if the clock started.
Okay. I wondered. I think it's the second time it's happened.
Here's Zavorski going back, and Strange started to go back in. And I'll tell you what, Ty Savercool caught him by the arm and got him right back. He got 3 fouls, son. And they're going to ask if you can actually, on the stop of the clock here, get a player back in, and the referee's saying, yeah, you can.
I don't know if you can.
1:14. Maybe not tomorrow, maybe out yesterday, but tonight you can. Here's Charlie Warner to Peters. And I think Mascari is going to be called for his third
That's
foul.
his third. Yeah, he's probably, I don't know.
He was over the back.
Might want to bring him off the floor with 59 seconds to go. They're going to do
2019, and that's exactly what they're going to do. They'll get him out of there, and in comes Davey Lloyd.
The problem is you can't match up with the two bigs. I mean,
Tyler Hauser's can rain terror down there right now. Now watch Peters. He's open there. And the foul on Elliott Blueball. 6'3" junior forward off the bench. You know, when you watch Peters play, Jeff Thompson, when he learns how to get low and wide and actually start to sit down on people, he's going to be unbelievable on the inside.
Yeah, you can't teach that kind of height, can you?
Not last I checked. First free throw of the night missed. 2019, Hershey leads it right now. And thrown away by Cedar Cliff. So Hershey with a chance, if they choose to take the last shot.
So they're up one with the chance to take the last. I mean, the turn of, momentum changing in the game of basketball. And they will
They're
hold
on an
this
18-10 run right now. So they're looking like they want the last shot. Now the problem is you got Mascari's out of there. So who takes the last shot for you?
I tell you what, you gotta watch back door. They're so good at back door on
There's Mattis. Sweeney caught in between. There's Mattis. He's got a wide open shot. Can he hit it? No. One more time, and it's out of bounds, and we head to the half. Hershey leads it 20-19 at halftime. And we go to Jack Giavalvo halftime report right after this. This is High School Sports Live TV on ABC 27.3.
Guys, I'm here with Dr. Abby Kelly from OSS Health. She's a sports medicine doctor. Abby, you've seen your share of concussions in the office. Let's define what is a sports concussion.
A concussion is defined as a functional injury to the brain versus a structural injury like a brain bleed, stroke, things like that. So, you can either get hit in the head and sustain a concussion, or you can get hit in the body, which causes a rotational force to the brain. The brain rattles inside of the skull, causes an injury really at the cellular level.
Talk about what the signs and symptoms are of concussions.
Some key signs and symptoms of concussion include headache, dizziness, sometimes vision changes, nausea, even vomiting sometimes.
Let's talk about how you treat concussions.
Brain rest is the treatment for concussion, at least in the initial stages.
What is the return to play, the protocol for that?
I have them repeat what's called an impact test. The athletic trainer will take them through a 5-day return to play protocol.
You have 2 little girls yourself, and you were an athlete at Dallastown.
As a mother myself and kids that I anticipate will be involved in athletics, it's extremely important to get the word out on concussion and educate people.
These past few years have been tough on all of us. You worry about the economy, your job, your savings. You may even have given up on your dream of owning your own home. But don't give up just yet. We're PHFA. We help people realize their dreams of owning their own home with features like competitive interest rates, down payment and closing cost assistance, and even free home ownership counseling. PHFA can make your dream of home ownership finally come true. Find us on the web or call us to find out how.
I'm Brian Hudson, and we're PHFA. Welcome home.
This is an education that focuses on your child's unique interests. It's taking field trips and making friendships. And it's what a modern-day public K-12 education looks like. This is Commonwealth Charter Academy, and this is how schools should work. CCA is an online public school available at no cost to all Pennsylvania families. Learn how Commonwealth Charter Academy can work for your family at ccaeducate.me.
Erie Insurance says here's to the grown-ups who move, mortgage, mow, and still bust a move. But does your home insurance still fit? Erie helps you protect the home you've grown into, all at fair prices that are often less than the other guys. So how do you find the right coverage? Magic. Nope. Local independent agents who get to know you like this.
Your local Erie agent is Capital Region Insurance Agency, 717-731-1142.
Erie Insurance.
The Jack Giambalvo family of dealerships. 9 great franchises in 3 locations. Buick GMC, Hyundai, Mazda, Cedar, Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, Ram. And introducing the all-new Genesis of York. The Giambalvo family of dealerships. Over $25 million in new and pre-owned inventory. With unbeatable service after the sale, too. There's a reason the Giambalvo family has been a part of your community for decades. Find out why. The Jack Giambalvo family of dealerships. 3 great locations. Online at giambalvo.com.
Under a new state law, all electronics must be recycled.
Welcome to the Dauphin County Recycling Center, where recycling is quick, easy, and free.
You may recycle appliances or even cell phones.
We're open 6 days a week, and recycling is as easy as 1, 2, 3.
Contact our helpful staff at the Recycling Center or visit our website for more information.
Help us protect our planet, because tomorrow does matter.
Do you want to answer that?
Nah, I'd never with a kid in the car.
It's okay. I'm not here. I'm there.
The same track as the first game, though. First quarter, second quarter.
Welcome back to our Jack Giambalvo halftime report, and it's 20-19 here at the half. Hershey leads, maybe a little bit of surprise for a lot of people here, even though, you know, Cedar Cliff coming back with a little more experience. Hershey played without a lot of the players, and they played their hearts out the first half, Todd.
Well, I think it can be a surprise because of where Cedar Cliff was this year, but they only won 1 game last year, and you're still learning how to win a game.
Yeah.
You got Paul Blackburn in a well-coached, a great coaching staff that was patient, and the team 20-19. What a great coaching game on the Hershey side.
They were down 9-2, Jeff, and it looked like the bus was leaving town there, and all of a sudden they got back into it. And I think the fouls that Cedar Cliff committed, especially the backcourt, putting Mascari at the line, really kind of turned the tide, albeit a little bit slowly.
Well, it gave him a chance to get back in the game. And then Jackson made 3 real nice passes on backdoor plays, which also helped. The only answer really that Cedar Cliff had in the second half was the other big, that was Tyler Hauser. It'd be interesting to see a 2-3 zone from Cedar Cliff with that kind of size.
Todd, one of the things I really liked from Hershey in the first half was their movement without the basketball. Cuts off back screens. You got Mattis getting a couple easy buckets. You had Cohen Stover getting an easy bucket in there. And so they started to get people getting things, but it was off the ball, not on the ball.
It was off the ball, and it was great back doors, and it was if you don't have the back door, swing through again, try it again, and patience is the key with Hershey.
Jeff, you talked a lot about Tyler Hauser, the sophomore from Cedar Cliff, 6'8". He certainly made his presence known in the second quarter with 6 big points. He really controlled the inside.
Well, he controlled the inside, and he picked up 2 fouls on the big from Hershey, and then the 3rd foul on Jackson Mascari. So that you don't see that in the box score, but that was very important.
Nick Peters, we get to see for the first time, that 6'11" guy. He's a perimeter player right now. He's got a long way to go, but very smooth.
I like the way he ran the floor. More importantly, his very first 2 points of the game, he runs the floor well and does a nice gentleman dunk. And it got the Cedar Cliff fans behind it a little bit. 2 big
numbers to jump out right now. Nick Strain with 3 fouls is on the bench for the moment for Cedar Cliff. And on the other side, Jackson Mascari, leading scorer there, 7 points. He's on the bench with 3 fouls, so we're going to see where that goes. Let's take a look right now at our make that our members first half highlights. And guys, take me through this.
Well, it's a tell of 2 kind of quarters again, just like in our opening game, girls game. Right here, Miller doing a great job as a sophomore, and Hershey looked like, well, we're gonna play physical, but I think the ball movement, early threes, knockdown. Now he got quiet. Kuza got quiet after those 2 threes, running the floor early. And this is what we talked about when we talked about Nick Peters getting that gentleman dunk, and it was all Cedar Cliff at one point, at late in that first quarter junction, and then, man, Hershey settled down and ran their half-court offense. More importantly, don't you think, what they did slowed the game down a bit?
Yeah.
You know, we really haven't seen Joey Zavorsky yet either.
No, we have not. And he's only got 2 points thus far in the game, so we'll see what happens with him. And they'll only be on the foul line. Very quickly, our halftime stats from Capital Region, and you take a look, what jumps out at you there, guys, the rebounds for starters there for Hershey.
I think Hershey settled down being 6 for 18. rebound-wise. How can you be dominating a team that has a 6'8" and a 6'11"?
And yet you got more rebounds in the long run. And what that says is there's missed shots out there, and Hershey's covered them up pretty well. Turnovers pretty even. We'll take a break. We'll come right back for the start of the second half. This is High School Sports Live TV on ABC 27.3.
My father years ago told me, own your own business. That was my inspiration. And February 1st of 1996, we opened up as Capital Region Insurance Agency.
Throughout my entire life, seeing my dad how successful he was and learning the way he was actually able to communicate with people and help them, whatever their needs may be, it made me want to get more involved. I'm most proud of helping continue my dad's legacy, helping the surrounding communities, businesses, and families.
We try to wow our customers, let them know that we are here for them. If they can't get into our office, we would take the time and go visit them. This really differentiates ourselves from the 1-800-WHO-DO-YOU-GET. Whether it's financial services, auto, home, life, commercial, we hold their hands, bring them through the process. We let them understand that we know what we're doing, and they feel comfortable when they leave here.
I think it makes it more personal and more family-oriented, definitely more of a friendly environment.
What I'm most proud of is the hard work, and it's enabled me to insure clients, to provide protection for them, to let them sleep well at night.
And we are getting ready to start the third quarter here as it's 20-19. Hershey leads it. All right, Coach, key to the second half here. What are you doing?
Well, I feel like Cedar Cliff's got to get back in transition again. They got to get the ball up and down the floor. It got way at a snail's pace. I think it went half court to half court, and in that battle, Hershey wins.
I think they go after Sweeney a lot, double team him.
Yep.
I think they try to make sure that they get some mistakes in the backcourt, and I think Paul Blackburn obviously is fighting hard not to get turned over. But I think he also has to stay in that half-court game, continue to work on cuts, back screens, and see what he can get without the basketball, especially with Mascari having 3 fouls, and he's not on the floor here. I mean, he is on the floor here to start the second half.
An interesting start. They start both Hauser and Peters.
Strain is not on the floor with 3 fouls on the other team.
Off. Yep, with the 3. Mascari does come back on the floor.
Made a back cut there and just not on the same page with Miller. Zach Miller back out there, and he's carrying 2 fouls as well. And, of course, he's got a job down on the inside playing against the other big guy, Tyler Hauser. So let's keep an eye on that matchup. Because you know that's where they're looking to go right away.
Exactly.
I think Cedar Cliff is really a good passing team. I just like where they go.
And we said that. Remember that Redland Cedar Cliff game last year?
I do.
You mentioned it several times. We mentioned, wow, how's this team winning something? Because their patience offensively. Learning how to win, though, and closing a game is one of the most important things you do, especially in conference play.
Well, and getting the good shots out of your offense that you're running. You can run an offense, but then you got to get shots out of it that are acceptable.
Exactly.
Like that. How's that for a nice little pull-up?
And if that begins to happen, Joey Zavorski lighten up, and it's going to go inside and out. And Coach Thompson and I were talking about that with you, Gary, at halftime. That will open up the Cedar Cliff game.
And you know, Ty Savicool was saying to Zavorski, you know what? You got 2 points in the first half and no field goals.
Yeah.
We got to have you scoring out there. Here comes Sweeney. Mascari says, let me have it, Coach. He has his first field goal of the night. It's a 3, and he's got 10 points. Back up by 2, go the Trojans.
He did 8 of those from the foul line in the first half. He was fouled a lot, but he got a nice stroke.
So I'm watching Peters there. He comes out and sets the screen, but then he doesn't roll. He just turns and stands, and that's the European game.
Might be knowledge of the game.
I'll tell you what, Cohen Stover did the unmentionable there. You went in, he who hesitates is lost, but then he got bailed out on the foul again, and the fouls have been bailing out Hershey all night long.
That has bailed him out. That is a great way. That was one of those big keys in the foul trouble for Cedar Cliff. Allowed Hershey to stay in that first half until they took the lead.
And the ball taken back here by Cedar Cliff, but not handling it too well. Take it back. Here's Mascari off to Sweeney. Sweeney up hard, and Sweeney in. Great pass by Mascari again. Marcus Sweetie with 4 points in the game, but give 2 in your heart to Jackson Biscari.
He fundamentally used his left hand, put it off the glass.
Here's Charlie Warner trying to make a move. And another sweet move off the elbow there. And a putback. Nice hustle on that play. As you saw Trenton Smith doing the unmentionables as well, doing the blue collar work, getting his first deuce.
Yeah. Sophomore coming off the bench.
See, I'm surprised they're not pressing Sweeney more in the backcourt. What they did earlier, it helped.
Keeping him without the catch.
Right there, what's happening. Sweeney went a little further than he should have. Smart move there, going hard to the basket by Joey Zavorski. Again, he showed you some real pedigree by dodging in front of the defender and laying it in.
Did somebody wake up Zavorski at halftime? Because, man, that is a difference.
And now he's back on Mascari again. He's been doing a good job there tonight for the most part. Screening from Mascari. There's that throw shot we saw at the beginning of the game. It's not a real good finalization of the shot. Look at Zavorski. You think Ty Savercool said something to him at the half. 6 in a row for Zavorski, and they're back up by 2 at Cedar Cliff. 4:39 to go in the third quarter. We take a break on High School Sports Live TV on ABC 27.
Do you want to answer that?
Nah, never with a kid in the car.
It's okay. I'm not here. I'm there.
27-25, Cedar Cliff with 6 straight points. Let's go to Jeff Thompson. Jeff, when the thoroughbreds are young, you keep the leash on them real close, don't you?
Yeah, you have to. But I believe Joey Zavorski from Cedar Cliff woke up at halftime, as you said, and he's got a ton of confidence right now.
Well, all of a sudden, what happened for Paul Blackburn's team is they took a couple ill-advised shots, and what's the best place to run? Off a missed shot, and Zavorski in the open court is as good as anybody out there.
And that's what you summed it all up. That's exactly what Cedar Cliff did, and it was mistakes in the half court, and the game got fast again, and it doesn't benefit Hershey in the up and down game.
And when you got those young stallions out there, as we said, the bridle gets pulled in real quickly. There's no long runs right now in this game. You pull it back.
Right. But here's Hershey, that they're only down 2. And a good opportunity here for good possession. They'll run through. They're patient. Paul Blackburn will get them. See, back door. If you don't have it, back door again.
What he's saying right now is let's get back into our rhythm, because we get out of rhythm, and we can't play at that fast rhythm with them right now, not Cedar Cliff.
And keep the floor spread and movement in your offense. That's what this key is.
Dom Mattis with a little double dribble down there. He was in the post, had 3 guys around him. So another turnover now for Hershey. Cedar Cliff with the basketball as we kick down near 4 minutes. 27-25, they lead it.
Hershey with 8 turnovers, 3 this half already, but only down 2, so they're lucky.
Strain is back in there. And there again, wearing out the post players is the big guy, Nick Peters. And he was more than a match for Elliott Blueball, who now has his 2nd foul.
Yeah, and I thought Hauser was a nice spark with 6 points in the latter portion of the second quarter.
So you get Zavorski out running in the full court, and now you go to your battering ram down on the inside, Tyler Hauser in the half court. There's Zavorski again. He's running a hot hand, but this time not so much. Blueball with a good rebound. So important to reestablish your rhythm now if you're Hershey on offense.
Patience again, too. They're only down 2. They need a good bucket. Look at the floor spacing. Keep the floor spread. Keep movement. Don't stand. You'll hear coaches say it over and over again.
You know, it's funny right now. You got to think about it. If you're Hershey, your offense is your defense. You have it, they don't.
That's right.
And you're running and looking for a good shot.
Look at the patience.
So important in this kind of offense to take the shot because it's the right time, not because it's what you want to do. That was what you wanted to do right there. That was not a good shot. That one was.
Patience gets that. He got a second chance off the miss, drove baseline. That's what he does well.
Took an ill-advised shot, followed it, got it back, as you said. Not going to count, but there again, you can't run all that offense and then all of a sudden take a shot that's really off balance and not a real good shot in the corner.
Yeah, they must have said the foul was on the floor before that shot. I don't know. It's a tough call.
I think Paul Blackburn's saying, hey, you know what? That's a set piece right there. A little flat that time. Talk about a guy that's doing a lot of things tonight, not showing up in the book. Davey Lloyd.
Yeah, hustle plays. Just nothing but hustle plays. And, you know, in the first half, when they needed a run, he backdoored out of hustle, and they got him, and he laid it off the glass.
Absolutely right, Todd. Great hands in there, and he's really doing a lot of good blue-collar stuff. Here's Sweeney back at the line. When I say back at the line, his first time there tonight. Marcus Sweeney, the freshman, rattles it down for his 5th point. Here's Peters coming back into the game now, and there you saw the guy we just talked about a moment ago. He may not be showing up in the book right now. He has only 2 points, but Davey Lloyd, great defensive play. So Sweeney trying to tie it back up here as Hershey fighting back.
Again, only a freshman at the foul line here in a big Keystone matchup.
And Peters with the easiest rebound you'll ever see. There's Peters. And there again, Peters getting double teamed down the post. He's not strong with the basketball in the post.
And that's he's bringing that ball down. You know, you're taught to keep that ball squared to your chest.
Oh, what a pass. Blue ball with a great pass to sliding down the lane. Cohen Stover again moving without the basketball. He's got 5 points.
And you look at the scoreboard, they're up 28-27. Man.
How about that? Back up by 1. Again, that movement without the basketball, Todd, so important. In and out it goes off. Zaborski's here. Does a good shot.
Hershey controlling the boards here in the second half already. They won the board game in the first half. They're winning the board in hustle plays. Give Paul Blackburn and the Hershey Trojans a lot of credit. Hustle plays.
And Scary now. It's double team. Probably not the shot you wanted. And those long shots mean long rebounds and quick runouts. And who's on it again? Davey Lloyd.
On the ground.
Now, maybe 3 or 4 weeks from now, you won't see him take that shot in that situation. That's a maturity thing. Jeff Hershey fighting hard right now and staying in this game. They're running good offense. Maybe not the best of shots sometimes at the end of it.
Yeah, they were very patient, and then Jackson got a little impatient, but he certainly made up for it with some rebounding and some follows.
There's a screen on the top. Charlie Warner. An easy pass inside, sliding down the lane is Peters, and Peters checks in with his 6th point of the night.
I think what Nick Peters does well is he finds his spots. He's there when you need it. He's kind of like State Farm's the helping hand kind of way. You know, he kind of moves.
And he's 6'11".
Yeah, that's the difference too. I mean,
yeah, but I say he really is a fine-looking player. And he can do that.
Good outlets.
Warner kicks it off.
That's a wall. Shuffle his feet.
Long look for a guy who's been quiet for a while now. Hunter Kuza. He had a 3 early and hasn't seen it since the first quarter. So a 1-point lead for Cedar Cliff. 1:07 to go here in the 3rd quarter, and a very enjoyable game. A lot of good coaching, a lot of good playing here so far. Early season, few mistakes, but that's what it's all about. So I like the discipline of both these teams, and they both are really emblematic of this Keystone Division, aren't they?
Exactly. That's why it's so balanced. It's going to be a really, really, great year. Right now, you know, McDevitt and Cedar Cliff were picked early on as some of the favorites, but I don't know. You can't count anybody out in this division.
Well, and you got great coaches in this division. Not that you don't in the other ones, too, but in this division, you just have great coaches every night with guys who maybe aren't the superstar-type players. There's another shot that maybe is a little ill-advised coming off the hands of Davey Lloyd. Now you're going to get a charge. That's going to be a 4th foul on Strain. So Strain is going to go off the floor here, almost for sure, with another quarter to go.
Yeah, that's his 4th personal foul.
You talk about analytics in basketball. When you go up in the air inside the foul line, 99.9% of the time it's going to be called a player control foul.
Yeah, and I would have talked to Nick. I'd probably talk to Nick in practice tomorrow about jump stops. Just a jump stop and learn to kiss it, you know?
And how about time and situation, where
That
you're at
too.
in the game and where we need you?
But he's a great player that needs
He
to be on
sure
the floor.
is. Fine player. 23 seconds. Hershey is going to be satisfied, I think, to get the last shot here.
Yeah, they can do this. Look at balance. The floor is balanced. Keep the floor spread. That's what they do.
One thing we haven't seen all night, though, is Mascari trying to take Zavorsky to the basket. I haven't seen him drive it one time. 4 seconds left, and you're going to get a shot off. Not the one you wanted.
Oh.
29-28. We head to the fourth. Cedar Cliff leads it by 1, and a good one here tonight on High School Sports Live TV on ABC 27.3.
This year, High School Sports Live is partnering with Capital Region Insurance Agency and AT&T to bring awareness to distracted driving. Each game will feature the Capital Region Insurance Agency and AT&T student section, and ask students to consider Capital Region's challenge to young drivers that a text or a call can wreck it all. AT&T is challenging students to join millions who have taken the pledge to drive distraction-free as part of It Can Wait campaign. To learn more, visit itcanwait.com.
The Jack Giambalvo family of dealerships. 9 great franchises in 3 locations. Buick GMC, Hyundai, Mazda, Cedar, Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, Ram. And introducing the all-new Genesis of York. The Giambalvo family of dealerships. Over 25 million in new and pre-owned inventory. With unbeatable service after the sale, too. There's a reason the Giambalvo family has been a part of your community for decades. Find out why. The Jack Giambalvo family of dealerships. 3 great locations. Online at giambalvo.com.
So here's an interesting stat. At the half, Hershey led by 1. At the end of 3, they were losing by 1. Cedar Cliff had 5 turnovers in the third quarter, only 1 in the first half. So how come Hershey's not leading by 1? And you'd say, well, he took some quick shots, and those show up like turnovers a lot of times. Let's go to Jeff Thompson, his thoughts on the third quarter. Jeff?
Well, I just want to talk about Ethan Leash, number 20 for Hershey. That was a courageous take on that charge. I was wincing down here. I didn't even see the action. It was really a tough charge.
Well, here's Hershey with the basketball now, down 1, and looking to try to get the lead or tie this up. Taken away by Zavorsky. Great defense again by him.
Great lead.
And Zavorsky says, I'm going to challenge. And there's knowing where you're at in the game. He knew that there's 3 fouls on Mascari, and he went right at him.
He has 10 points. He had 6 third-quarter points and picked up a quick one.
Another great backdoor by Mattis. And they fed him, and Mattis with a really tough reach back over the shoulder layup.
Mattis 4 points, but they've been tough 4 points.
How about that? Little backside, but there's Peters again. Peters stays on, and Peters is in. And that 6'11" paying off right now. He's got 8 points. Problem is, he puts the ball up, nobody can play up there with.
You can't.
He keeps it high. He's 12 feet tall.
Yep.
Zavorsky is working his brains out here in the second half, both offensively and defensively.
Yeah, 10 points.
So Mattis heads out of the game here. Second team foul. It's his first for Mattis. Second team foul against Hershey here in the second half. 4 on the other side for Cedar Cliff. Zavorsky again. Dishing it off. They're looking for Peters right now, and Peters is going to lose it, I believe, out of bounds, or tipped away by Hershey.
Yeah.
So here's Sweeney back in now. They're going to get blue ball out of there. Zavorsky is really looking to push everything.
And I get that, too. He wants this pace of the game sped up.
It's over the top. Good movement of the basketball, and they got the wide open shot over there by Kuzi. He's just not hooking up the way he normally does tonight. He hit the opening 3 and hasn't hit since then.
Kuzi got cold.
So a 3-point lead right now for Cedar Cliff. 6:38 to go in this one. Sweeney. They're going to call a block. 2 shots. is there. He pushed the game. He drove it hard that time and pushed it a little bit, and he's going to get paid off with 2 shots.
Yeah, he's 7 for 8 from the foul line now, going to the line.
Got 10 points in the game tonight, does Jackson Mascari. I think it's fair to say he's comfortable at the foul line, wouldn't you?
No doubt about it. 8 for 9 from the foul line.
And hit his last 7 in a row. Now that's usually the kiss of death, right? Let's see if, I hope not. The announcer's curse.
No.
Not for him. 12 points in the game now for Mascari. Back to 1 point lead for Cedar Cliff. They've got the basketball. Got Miller matched up again down inside against Hauser. Charlie Werner rocks on the rim. Mascari pulls it down. They've got the ball and a chance to take the lead. 6 minutes to play in this one. Miller thought about it. Screen for Mascari. Back to Miller. Miller going up hard. Miller can't quite get it to go. Miller hit the opening bucket of the game and has not hit one since, but hasn't had that many opportunities either.
No, and he tried it like a little Mike in reverse on the other side, and it was a good move. He just didn't make it.
Here's Sweeney trying to get it in bounds. Throws it all the way out top, and it's going to be stolen. Look out here. Peters gets it. And there's a truck coming down the lane, and its name is Tyler Hauser. He's got 8 points.
Remember, Tyler Hauser's only a sophomore.
How about Peters showing a little bit of
could dribble the ball a little
poise
outside
there, right? Looks like you're going to get a moving screen called over there. You know, an interesting observation. Watch Davey Lloyd. Davey Lloyd plays so frenetically on defense, but he also plays frenetically on offense. You got to change up speed, don't you?
Yeah, he's one speed. Hustle.
On offense, you have to change over a little bit and start to get more under control. Another great pass. Hauser going up, gets it knocked away. Peters picks it up again, gets it back outside. 3-point lead. Oh, what a block from behind. Mattis coming over to block from behind.
Unbelievable block when needed. A defensive stop.
Look at that change of pace. But there again is that throw-up ball we talked about instead of finalizing.
If you're going to do it, it's got to be a soft kiss off the glass. Look at Charlie Warner.
Wow. Charlie was going to make that shot back here 75 feet ago. He's got 4 points.
Charlie Warner has a lot in him. There's a lot more in that game of his.
Another short run. Paul Blackburn calls another timeout. It's a 5-point lead. 37-32. Cedar Cliff leads it. We'll be back on High School Sports Live TV on ABC 27.3.
The Jack Giambalvo family of dealerships. 9 great franchises in 3 locations. Buick GMC, Hyundai, Mazda, Cedar, Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, Ram. And introducing the all-new Genesis of York. The Giambalvo family of dealerships. Over $25 million in new and pre-owned inventory. With unbeatable service after the sale, too. There's a reason the Giambalvo family has been a part of your community for decades. Find out why. The Jack Giambalvo family of dealerships. 3 great locations. Online at giambalvo.com.
5-point lead right now, 37-32, and 4:35 to go. And there's a fan that's sitting on the edge of his seat as we go to Jeff Thompson down on the baseline. Jeff?
Well, Cedar Cliff's pulling away a little bit on the strength of their point guard, Charlie Werner, a sophomore, number 1.
There again, Mascari got a good shot. Sweeney's got it. Gets it off to Mattis. Mattis up and tough. I'll tell you what, Mattis has been really dynamite tonight. He's got 8 points and all well earned.
Yes, every bit of them, and they've been earned in tough situations when they need it.
Tom Mattis moves better without the basketball than anybody on the floor.
He's been the insurance policy tonight for Hershey.
Look at this. Tried to get the lob that time. The Peters hit the rim. And now you have a chance to either tie it up or get back within 1 or 2. Impressed with Sweeney tonight. Oh, knocked away there. And that'll be the 4th foul now on Mascari, as he is not going to let the layup at this point in the game. I was talking about Sweeney a little bit. You know, I'm watching the freshman tonight. He's playing carefully, but you see him trying to establish what his role is. He took a couple tough shots, but overall very credible job out there.
I would agree. I would agree.
Let's take a break. It's 3:48 to go. 3-point lead for Cedar Cliff on High School Sports Live TV on ABC 27.
These past few years have been tough on all of us. You worry about the economy, your job, your savings. You may even have given up on your dream of owning your own home. But don't give up just yet. We're PHFA. We help people realize their dreams of owning their own home with features like competitive interest rates, down payment and closing cost assistance, and even free home ownership counseling. PHFA can make your dream of home ownership finally come true. Find us on the web or call us to find out how.
I'm Brian Hudson, and we're PHFA. Welcome home.
3-point lead by Cedar Cliff with 3:48 to go over Hershey. And let's go down to Jeff Thompson. Jeff?
Well, I'm here on the baseline watching these big guys. There's no way I wouldn't play a 2-3 zone with that kind of height. They've got the ball handlers, and those two guys can be something this year. It's really interesting.
Yeah, problem is they don't like to play 2-3 zone. They're out there playing pretty hard man-to-man, and they've held the other team to 34 points so far. So I guess it's all, you know, where we sit in our mentality, right?
I agree.
Sure is.
37-34. So, Coach McCall, what are you talking about right now if you're Hershey, and what are you talking about if you're Cedar Cliff?
Well, I mean, you don't have to panic if you're Hershey. You're 3:48 to play, but that possession has to be honored. You cannot be putting up stuff. They just haven't. They don't need to settle for the long ball.
Trenton Smith misses his shot. First time he's been there tonight. He's only got 2 points for the game. So now, if you're Hershey, you're going to make sure you cover up any rebound on a miss. And Trenton Smith rattles out both, but there's Peters getting the rebound anyway. Now you can pull it out and run a little clock here. And that's exactly what it looks like Cedar Cliff wants to do. Zaborski. And there it is again. Peters really coming up the difference maker. By the way, 4 turnovers here in the fourth quarter for Hershey has not helped them. They're down by 5.
10 points for Peters. There's not much you can do with that at 6'11", you know?
Chris Sweeney going in and searching, but nothing to find. Starry's got to watch himself. He's got 4 fouls. Here's Mattis again. Mattis dumps it off. Shot by blue ball. Another shot up. Not going to go. Mattis gets it back out. Sweeney's got it. Long look, far corner. Not going to go off the hands of Stover. And now Cedar Cliff, that 5-point lead, looking a little bigger.
Stover was looking to try to get him back quick, and
that's not their style.
No. Patience in the offense is their style, and it's been working tonight.
Charlie Warner back to the corner. You don't need anything right now if you're Trenton Smith. They'll pull it right back out. Back to Peters it goes, and then the foul from behind on Mattis. Mattis, it should be the second foul.
That's his second personal 15th foul.
Right now, you got to think about starting to get your fouls caught up too. So if you have to give some fouls later on, you're able to do that.
Right.
5 team fouls both ways here. 2:37 to go. Cedar Cliff just trying to control the basketball here. Todd, do you start to go into a little bit of your delay game here? You're not freezing it, but maybe a delay and just take the easy shot?
Just be real patient. Just be real patient, because
how do you like that guy in the middle for the press reliever?
It's unbelievable.
You just throw it up high and nobody else can get it.
You can throw it up to 9 feet and he'll catch it because his hands are so long.
Hershey needs to get a turnover right here.
Look at that reverse pivot. They're going to call it a walk, though, because he changes. Yep. Go ahead. I know what you're going to say. You never established that.
I didn't say it, but you were thinking it.
We were thinking the same thing. Brain connected together. Coaching mentality.
That's right.
Yeah, he didn't establish it.
Well, this is obviously a huge possession with 2 minutes coming up right here. 39-34. Hershey needs a bucket and badly. You really need to get it in Mascari's hands right here. Down and low comes to Miller. You notice Miller didn't make the move. He's got Hauser right behind him on his back.
Yeah.
Mascari's got to go here at some point in time. Right now, it's a good time to make the move. Got a tough shot.
It was a tough one.
He wanted the foul, didn't get it. And give credit again to Joey Zaborski with some great defense there. Forced him to veer away from the basket. Zavorsky takes a shot. Good. 7-point lead, and Joey Zavorsky has shown up big here in the second half.
Yeah, 12 points for Zavorsky, and that's been, he had 6 in the third quarter, steady it.
And as we're thinking about our Hoffman Ford player of the game, you got to put Zavorsky on the list somewhere, don't you?
Yeah, I mean, there's been so much balance for Cedar Cliff with Hauser with 8, and then
Peters got 10
with Peters. I mean, but yeah, I think this play right here is separation play out of Joey Zavorsky.
Well, and the other part too is Joey Zavorsky has really put a pretty good blanket tonight on Mascari.
So he's doing double duty, right?
Exactly. We'll take a break. We'll come right back. It's an 8-point lead for Cedar Cliff. 1:23 to go in this one. All on High School Sports Live TV on ABC 27.
It may be the holidays, but it's also the year-end clearance sale at Hoffman Ford. Huge clearance sale pricing on all new 2019s. Up to $16,500 off MSRP on a new 2019 Ford F-150 XLT. Or lease a new 2019 Ford F-150 from $199 a month. Huge year-end clearance savings.
Hoffman has it.
Hoffman Ford, just what you're looking for. Hoffman has it.
Go with me, man. Go with me. Welcome back. 8-point lead right now for Cedar Cliff. By the way, Cedar Cliff will be going on the road to Chambersburg on the 14th. No easy out there.
No.
And on the 14th, how about Hershey? They run across the street here to Milton Hershey in a battle of the campuses.
Well, Milton Hershey's tough this year.
Well, they say he tripped. It looked like he might have hit someone's foot there from where I was sitting.
Yeah.
Frustrating. So now, you're 1:16 to go, guys. You're done playing Hershey, and you start playing the clock, right?
Yeah. One of the things Paul Blackburn said, I think, was earlier, first 1 to 50, right? I mean, if you look at
first 1 to 50
wins this game tonight, and you look at it. It's
Paul Blackburn got it in the numbers that he wanted. Mascari's trying to foul to be his 5th foul. So Mascari's going to lead the game on his 5th foul there. I'm not sure that's the guy who wanted to foul.
That's his 5th personal, 7.
Yeah, Mascari come up and pick that 5th one up. I know the coaching staff kind of was like, hey, why are you picking up the 5th?
Yeah. 12 points he'll lead the game with tonight. Leading scorer for Hershey this evening. If you'd have told Paul Blackburn you're going to give up 42 points so far tonight at 113, I think he'd have been smiling like crazy.
He'd take it.
Problem is, you got to be able to score more than 34 points too. But a lot of those things tonight, they're going to correct. They got some good shots that didn't go. They want it in the hands of Zavorsky and Warner right now. There you go. And how has Zavorsky done tonight at the line? He's 3 of 3. Jeff Thompson, this guy has certainly played both ends of the floor well tonight.
He's an all-around player, and he's shown it tonight. He was very patient offensively in the first half because he was playing so hard on defense, but he's really come through the second half.
What do you like about these two teams, Todd?
They're very fundamental. Cedar Cliff has one other option that they can go to, though. They can get up and down the floor a bit. But I like the fundamental. They're sound, and they're going to be a tough out in the Keystone because
with Nick Peters and Tyler Hauser
size,
how Nick Peters goes in terms of learning that post along with his outside game. Wow, sky's the limit there. But tonight it's Joey Zavorsky in the second half with 13 points, 15 overall, leading scorer in the game.
Number 14, that's his 4th personal, 6th team foul.
So a 10-point lead now with 50.4 seconds to play. Cedar Cliff looks like they're going to go to 3-0 and 2-0 in the Keystone, and on the other side, 1-3 for Hershey. They'll go to 1-1 in the Keystone, but there's a guy who's been playing well all night long, Dom Mattis, and Mattis now with 10 points. One final break. We'll come right back. 46.8 seconds to go. You're watching High School Sports Live TV on ABC 27.3.
This is an education that focuses on your child's unique interests. It's taking field trips and making friendships. And it's what a modern-day public K-12 education looks like. This is Commonwealth Charter Academy, and this is how schools should work. CCA is an online public school available at no cost to all Pennsylvania families. Learn how Commonwealth Charter Academy can work for your family at ccaeducate.me.
Coming out to that, got the sleeves to them. Earlier getting baggy. And welcome back here. Complaining about sleeves here on the sideline. These guys are complaining about getting back in the game, right?
Yeah.
Here's Zavorsky right now. He's got 15 points in the game. His team's up by 8 at the moment. 46.8 seconds to go, and they inbound it. Kicks around for a moment with Charlie Warner, then fouled by Sweeney. And so Charlie Warner will now head to the line. That'll be the 10th foul, so it should be 2 shots for Charlie Warner. I'll tell you what, though, you watch this Hershey team tonight, and considering they're missing 4 guys they had planned for this year, they have accounted for themselves very, very well. You know, you're never happy with a loss, but you can see a lot you can build on.
Oh, certainly, certainly.
Charlie Warner with 5 points tonight. And on the other side for Cedar Cliff, wow. I mean, there's some potential there that's really, really big. And a good hard move to the basket by Stover. And right now with Mascari out of there, you see Paul Blackburn still coaching like crazy over there. With Mascari out of there, who do you go to score?
That's right. And here's another thing. As he's talking about it, at this point, everybody who has an opportunity to get to the basket's got to get to the basket. You only got 34 seconds. But he's coaching because the season's so long. He gets a couple guys back. Now his bench is deeper.
Yeah. Problem right now for Hershey is they run that motion so well, but now you got to play catch-up. You can't do that.
Right. You know, Cliff will go and stay undefeated at 3-0, and then Hershey will fall to 2-3. But I mean, not bad considering the job he's done.
It'd be fun to see what Cedar Cliff does down at Chambersburg, too.
Yeah,
what a great game that's going to be.
Yeah. Hershey's got their hands full with Milton Hershey, as you said, coming up. Man, I tell you, they beat Susquehanna by 40 the other night. So they're really good right now.
Exactly. 6 points down the game for Stover. I think you're going to see Stover and Mattis step up more for this team as they go through the year. 7 points down for Stover. Hershey's still working hard here, trying to get back. 34.9 seconds to go. 8-point deficit. And what you're watching right now, Paul Blackburn squeezing every second out of this clock to try to keep his team in the game, Jeff Thompson.
Well, yeah, it looks like Cedar Cliff might get to 50 points first.
Yeah, you're right.
Paul's done a very nice job tonight. His defensive scheme was excellent.
Well, and I'll tell you what, over on the other side, if I'm Ty Saverpool, I'm licking my chops looking at this team. As I said, they have a lot of potential to really be good this year.
Yeah, when they were down, they didn't panic. They stayed under control. They kept doing what they do. Third quarter, Joey Zavorsky stepping up, making a big difference was
yeah, he really jetted him out of the gates there in the third quarter. And you know, he said to him, "You got to get in the game. We can't have you not scored anything but free throws." Probably done fouling now. Stover. Oh, in and out. Colin Stover says, "What is the matter with that basket? I thought I had that one."
I tell you, these rims down here are tight.
One more foul, so
no shoot or roll down here.
By the way, you see that welcome Chris Herron sign down there all night long. Chris Herron's going to be a speaker here next week. Chris Herron is the head of the Herron Project. And Chris Herron played for the Boston Celtics, had a drug addiction, and he's going to tell his story here next week. And the colors for the Chris Herron Project are purple. And what they're trying to do is to help people to heal addiction here in central Pennsylvania. It's happening all over the country. So Hershey doing their part with Chris Herron coming in next week. And you see a lot of purple in this gymnasium here tonight as a result of that.
12 points again, yes, exactly. 12 points for Nick Peters. Nice contribution tonight out of the big senior.
And it's been nothing real flashy, just in the right place, right time, doing the right things. Another set piece there. I think you're going to see the call here on Matt Musselman for Cedar Cliff. So 16.3 seconds to go. Musselman goes out, and back in comes the big guy, Nick Peters. Make that, Tyler Hauser. Here's another guy I think is going to be heard from during the course of the season, more Tyler Hauser.
Oh,
impressed with him tonight.
Yeah, definitely. came in with a solid 8 points tonight. He had a little stretch where he started.
He wore some people out there for a while.
He kind of found his niche and started scoring around the glass.
He and Zach Miller hooked up down there, and I'll tell you what, he walked away the better for it.
He's only a sophomore.
Davey Lloyd played hard on defense all night long, and now we're going to see if the first team to 50 wins. We scroll back to the other end. And it's going to be Brandon Cuck, a junior, 5'10", with a chance to put his team on those numbers that Paul Blackburn talked about tonight. This game was a much better game than a 10-point game here, wasn't it?
It really was. I mean, it was well fought, a definite style of Keystone matchup, hard, physical, getting a lot out of a lot of people.
And a grinder game.
Yeah. Fun way to start off the season in High School Sports Live basketball.
Glad we're here on this one tonight. The opening game, the girls won 45-35. And in this one, how about their brothers winning 48-38, another 10-point win here tonight for Cedar Cliff, who now moves to 3-0, 2-0 in the Keystone Division. 1-3 on the other side for a game Hershey team, and 1-1 in the Keystone. We're going to come back with a Giant post-game show, our Commonwealth Charter Academy play of the game, and our Hoffman Ford player of the game next here on High School Sports Live TV on ABC 27.3.
It's Black Friday savings all month long at Hoffman Ford. Zero money down, 0% financing, plus additional 1,000 Black Friday cash and over 350 vehicles. New 2019 Ford F-150 Super Crew. Lease from $189 a month, or save up to $15,000 off MSRP for the best Black Friday deals.
Hoffman has it.
Hoffman Ford, just what you're looking for. Hoffman has it.
Groff Tractor is your full-line equipment dealer representing Case Construction and many other leading brands, serving the total sales, rentals, parts, and service needs of its customers. Groff Tractor paves the way for your project from start to finish. With 6 locations, Groff Tractor is always nearby your equipment needs. Groff Tractor also offers scheduled maintenance along with 24/7 emergency service. Groff Tractor is your #1 source for everything under construction.
Under a new state law, all electronics must be recycled.
Welcome to the Dauphin County Recycling Center, where recycling is quick, easy, and free.
You may recycle appliances or even cell phones.
We're open 6 days a week, and recycling is as easy as 1, 2, 3.
Contact our helpful staff at the Recycling Center or visit our website for more information.
Help us protect our planet, because tomorrow does matter.
Here's the deal. Toddlers are expensive.
Strawberries.
Especially ones with opinions. Today, she loves strawberries. Tomorrow, it's apples. But at Giant, I can get everything from strawberries to apples to,
Kiwi.
To kiwi, without taking a bite out of my budget. Where'd you learn kiwi?
Everything you need at prices you'll love. That's a combination you'll only find at Giant.
Save big on sweet blueberries or blackberries. This week, buy one, get one free.
Welcome back to our Giant post-game show here on High School Sports Live TV. And our Commonwealth Charter Academy play of the game in this 48-38 win by Cedar Cliff over Hershey is this play. Let's take a look at it and see if you enjoy it.
Just running the floor. That's what Cedar Cliff did. And right here, Peters on the other end. Gentleman's dunk.
Welcome to Pennsylvania, Mr. Peters from Germany. And you can see at 6'11", he's got some potential here. It's going to be fun to watch him develop during the course of the season. Our Hoffman Ford player of the game, well, you got it. He came out to play in the second half. In fact, he cashed in 13 points in the second half and played great defense all night long. He is Joey Zaworski wearing number 5, the senior for Cedar Cliff. And take a look at what he did.
It was more importantly what he did in that third quarter stretch when there was a lull in that game where they were down coming in halftime. He scored 6, ended up with 15, and he just started controlling every possession, and he got good ones. Split 2 guys right here, laid it off the glass. That was a sweet move. That got his team kind of fired up, and from there was no look back for him.
Great job tonight. Yeah.
He was intelligent offensively and defensively.
Yeah. Really was. And you know what he did? He forced tough angles of Mascari getting shots in the second half, and it was really a subtle thing, but he played great defense, great offensive. For that, he is our Hoffman Ford player of the game. Our next broadcast coming up is going to be Central Dauphin East and Central Dauphin. Always a great backyard matchup. That's on December 18th at 7:30. It'll be on ABC 27.3. Want to thank Jeff Thompson and Todd McCall tonight for a great job here courtside. Also, Greg Polly, our statistician over there, who did a wonderful job all night. Brandy Trossel, who got our stats together before the game. And, of course, Chad Edwards and the great Invicta crew. They do just an outstanding job. We want to thank you again. 48-38, your final score here. Cedar Cliff beats Hershey 45-35 in the girls' game. Thank you very much for joining us tonight. For all of our Invicta crew and the High School Sports Live team, I'm Gary Sutton. Have a great evening, everyone.